what's it, Chronoc anyways.
Then we just have to go back in time and basically do this whole thing, but 300 years earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this.
You're
I love
the-
just giving my party members a bit of a panic here.
I wish I logged on to Twitch.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I'm too tired to panic right now.
Oh no, you okay, Robs?
I'm okay.
I sense some
I'm
fault
sure
lines.
tired.
In the morning.
Yeah, I
Sorry?
think we're all a little sleep deprived.
Yeah.
What is sleep? Smile?
What
I
is
only
a
look
meditative state?
Hello! Hello, Kitty! How is yours? I hope you're having a
Wait,
good
how am
time.
I not?
Kittyland will burn.
But yeah. Since I've been able to give my party a bit of a panic there off screen, my own amusement to recharge. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Godsbreak. Jeez, episode 22.
I've come to talk with you again.
Just wow. Starting from the top, as always. Well, not as always. But
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
I was thinking that.
hello, Triple H. Welcome in, dude. I hope you're having a great
Hi,
day.
Triple H!
Jeez, that fucking wrecks my throat. But yeah, Bud, who are you, buddy? What do you do?
I'm the bard. I'm the Grim Bard. We're trailing strangers so we can save the world. Something like that.
Something like
I
that.
forgot what I was. I'm also like half asleep because I'm on like 3 hours of sleep over 2 days. So forgive me if I'm a little slow today. Like I'm super fast all other days.
Yeah. Thanks for shouting out Triple H, Kitty. Remember to shout yourself out as well. If you guys haven't, be sure to go check them out. They are both fantastic people. Next up.
Sorry, I just realized I wasn't subbed. No, it's just me.
Thanks for the
I had to watch an
resub.
advertisement and I don't know how.
Damn it, advertisements.
Okay, sorry, continue. I know, I'm like, I thought I subbed yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, I saw you
Continue.
subbed yesterday. Did you
That's what I
gift sub,
thought,
baby? Oh, double sub, I guess.
I don't know, technology.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, 1 day
Jump
ago.
sub.
Allergy.
Yeah, 1 day ago has resubbed for 5 months. And now again, resub.
We have-
What the hell is going on?
Never mind. I won't say that.
Twitch is doing an aneurysm.
Clearly. This week I promise on my own good. Oh no. But yeah, next up, Sin. Who are you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm a confused mistake. I'm currently tired, but when I'm not tired, I usually do art. I play Sin the Paladin.
That is a fantastic introduction.
She good Orc girl, and she do a very big sleepy. Now.
Yeah, does someone have the links for...
I believe
Sin's
I
art.
do. Let me
Wait,
just
did
go-
y'all skip me?
No.
You're just going on like a random order.
No.
No, Discord order. It's Bard, then me, then Kick, then Lucy, then Barthis, then you.
There we go. DeviantArt and Tumblr. I don't have the other one, unfortunately.
The tweeter.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can dig these things up, I guess.
Well, while you
Screeches
look at
into the
that,
void.
That's what the necromancer said.
while you're looking that
Necromancy!
up,
Yeah!
I'm going to smite someone. Where?
It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
I volunteer as tribute.
Smite me IRL?
Nah, denied. You must endure the suffering with me.
It died.
Ah, next up we have Kick, who is muted for some reason.
If I'm robot voice, know that because it's fucking Discord and not me. Today I'm a Laggy Badger. I play Kick, and I'm local IT support, both in game and out of game.
Dude, you're coming through clear. I don't know what's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just his end.
Same.
I don't know, like, it's on the
What are you doing,
You got
Kitty?
cancelled, Sin.
No! I said she could!
She's right here. Confusion.
Execute order
Oh my gosh. Sin, what did you say?
Damn! Oh no.
We're off to a good start.
I just saw message deleted, like, what? And poof!
I thought it was your bot there. And I was
Hilarious.
like, damn, didn't you turn your bots off because you didn't know how to program them right?
No, I don't have a bot that does that anymore.
Listen, it's just a blood-hungry cat, and it's fine. They knock things off tables. It happens all the time. Don't worry.
Yeah. She
Kitty
saw
sees.
Sin's
Ghost walk.
Sin's stuff and was like, nah, bad, go.
Just smelled blood in the water.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Sammy Hawk. It's fantastic to
guys.
have another person here, as always. Aw. It's okay,
Where
Kitty.
was we?
We all make mistakes.
Isa. Isa.
She,
Wow.
she just went full on execute order 66 on Sarah. I mean on confused mistake.
Yeah, she did.
Robin.
It's okay though. She is a good mod. She's a good mod. It's just this time she was a little overzealous.
Good kitties follow orders.
Yeah.
And she was just following her orders to execute Order
Good kitty.
66 real quick.
Gives orders.
Next up,
Hopefully this session will be going to Kittyland.
hopefully. I mean, I've got to Atlantis, an entire continent, but yeah.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Next up, we have Lucy. Tell us, who are you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Sarah. I am your local mixologist, and I'm gonna make a cabbage cocktail.
Oh yeah.
And in the game, I am Lucy.
Wrong campaign.
I know, but I'm really excited about it. But I'm Lucy. I am a dwarven artificer, and I'm gonna make some dream shit happen. Not just
The Lucy is short for
and I'm also
lucid.
tired.
Yeah.
It is. Not to
Like
be
a-
confused with Lucy the Demon.
Thank you so much, Kitty. She put the links back up. Aw.
Awesome.
Right. Next up, we have Boogie. Tell us, buddy, who are you and what do you do?
Hi, I am Gigahood. I play Boogie the Punch Turtle. Last time, I nearly strangled someone to death, and usually Boogie's not very angry, but he was angry last time because someone hurt his friends, and then he almost strangled them to death. So it's fine.
Seems about right, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, next up. Next up, we have Barthus. Tell me, buddy, who are you and what do you do?
I am Whip or Whip Hand, and in this game I play Barthus, the teleporting taxi.
Straight to the point, I like it. Right.
I ain't got time for bullshit. There's gonna be enough of that later.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be plenty of that. Right, I'm going
We're
to...
going to be doing time travel, chat. Smile.
Oh, yeah. I have given these people a moment to do time fuckery, so let's see how that goes. Speaking of, one of you, I don't care who, is going to be the ritual sacrifice to retell the story. Well, I'll be right back. This Coke is going straight
Not me.
at it.
Not me, my
Giga,
brain is...
You're so good at it, though. You remember the things that happened.
I
My
actually had
notes are like Bard saying, I'm 30 years older than I was 6 days ago. Like, I don't know what that even is in reference to, but he said it.
I was 6 days ago. That is fact.
Or generic chaos player
Or
saying,
fact, but
first
fact.
session, defend this village. 40th session, kill God. Final session, drink hot soup. I can't do the recap. These aren't notes.
Counted the whole campaign.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of it, dude.
I did
Think we can start.
2 plus time.
God, or become one.
Giga said, I see trapped people.
Look,
Robin, or there was the tactical sneeze.
yes.
That happened last time. Or that was
Sneeze.
That seems useful. We should bring
I
that
mean-
back up.
I know that Kick put a really awesome wind wall up, and I wrote, they stuck as fuck. I mean, Giga, please do the recap.
Sure.
I think I proved myself unworthy.
You are not unworthy. That is the best thing that has proven you to be worthy. Probably of Thor's hammer. Not of retelling the story, but definitely you're worthy of something.
Okay. I'm happy I'm
Poor
worthy of
Lucy.
something.
Sure. It's like, I am worthy. And like with a picture of Thor's hammer, but on the back it's like, not for the hammer, but of something probably.
The hammer's like made
Anyways.
in China. Like it's not real at all, but
But yeah. When lost, we left our heroes! We adventured forth, under the earth, deep into the cavernous, dark corners of the Underdark. Well, kinda. Maybe. So, the beginning of this whole adventure within the Underdark, we try to get Bard taken in, quote unquote taken in, with a get captured on purpose plan where Bard was supposed to be quote unquote executed. We royally bungled that up because a lot of stuff happened. But TLDR, last time what happened is we talked to one of the head drow ladies, said we could go into the library. Then we forgot royally fucked up and forgot that, hey, she's not like the head honcho. She's just like some noble. She's not like the queen of all the drow. She was just a queen of some drow. Meaning she didn't give us permission. She doesn't have the right to give us permission to go into the library. She just said, yeah, you guys can go into the library, smile. And we didn't realize that wasn't permission, that was a trap. And we fell for it like fucking dumbasses.
It was so good.
yeah.
I wish
Yeah.
Bard was here because he'd be gloating about how he told us so, continuously.
He would
but
also bring
afterwards,
up the fact that while we were in the library, we made a whole lot of mistakes
Oh yeah.
it's fine.
that made everything like 10 times worse.
Listen, Boogie did nothing. Boogie was fine. He remembers none of those mistakes because he wasn't barely paying attention enough to be able to be worried about that.
You were busy
I
strangling
think that might be
the
part of the issue.
No. Boogie wasn't strangling any driders. Boogie was like, let's go talk to a goddess. So we did. We went to go talk to the goddess of knowledge. Got the information we wanted. Eridina, the goddess of knowledge. And then we left. Boogie did not notice that some of his friends had taken some of the books, which was mistake number 1, which set off some of the drow alarms, mistake number 2. And the biggest mistake we made, mistake number 0.1, was we entered the library, technically, without any, actual permission from the only people who could give us permission, like the head queens of the drows. So, mistake number 0.1, that counts up to 2.1 mistakes. We'll round up to 3. It was definitely working out in our favor. No, it wasn't. Bar's here to come back and tell, because I'm just telling them how we messed up with the library, and you're basically here to tell us you told us so.
Oh yeah, told you so.
Yeah, exactly. See, I told you.
Thanks.
I told you he'd tell us so. So after springing the trap, Elidius, who was doing his whole revolutionary plan, and went into the Astral Sea to bring out his army of zealots from 6 episodes back from at this point. And we knew it would pay off eventually. Basically, bringing a literal imaginary army out from the Astral Sea to come raid a city and get us the hell out of the library. he did forget that all the armor and equipment and stuff like that he made in the Astral Sea through the power of imagination stops existing when it comes into actual reality in the material world. So that was a big oof, but we had numbers, so we were winning. Eventually, Bard saves our asses after we have to fight actual cloud of Driders, which are about 50 of them. They were shooting poison arrows at the other people. Boogie got really pissed at the trap and deceit, grabbed one of them from off the wall and started strangling them to death. Unfortunately, they had, +4 charisma, so it would take them 4 rounds to die.
Charisma.
Not charisma, constitution. My brain is dead. Regardless, after the party fought back a wave of, about 50, 50 Driders, running away mostly, not really fighting. We fought 2 of them. Eventually, Bard showed up, went to the Goddess of Knowledge, made a deal. She teleported us to safety. We got more information from her and safety. And then Bard gave her a library in the Astral Sea in exchange for a bunch of the knowledge and stuff like that we got in our safety. And we teleported out and continued to lay and besiege the Drow underworld because we were about to, overthrow the whole Drow hierarchy thing.
We did overthrow the whole Drow hierarchy. Now that's
Yeah. So,
And there was a room covered in ice.
Oh, yeah.
Dragon lady.
We assaulted a castle of the high, the queen of the Drows, the whole Sinefei family. We got into the castle. Turns out the entire castle has been dead quiet for 50 years because they accidentally opened a time bubble, and that caused a rift in time because they were trying to turn time into a weapon. That's never a good idea. It's almost as bad as idea as making a deal with the devils or making a deal with the Fae.
Hey, the Fae are amazing, and
Rule
we always make a good deal with them. Just
do
read
not
the
fuck
fine
with
print.
Fae. Rule 1.
All you need to do is read the fine print with the Fae, and that's it.
There is no fine print with the Fae. They say what they mean, and they mean what they say, and what they mean is not what they say they mean.
And if you smile, they take your memories.
Thanks for the 3 bits, Spooky.
See, the thing you're getting wrong there is
I'm a rage-filled cupcake.
the devils use the fine print because, the devils have a contract and it's written up. The Fae just say shit, and what they say can be interpreted a million different ways. They're just trying to convince you one way so they can trick you into... because what they actually mean is a completely different thing, and they never tell you about it. You're playing a game where only they know the rules. And they've been playing it for 1,000 years. You're going to fucking lose. In most cases. Sometimes
it's not my fault you didn't play catch-up.
Yeah, catch up to 1,000 years of bullshit laws and rules that don't make any sense and disobey the laws of physics. That's fine. Regardless, they are not part of the problem right now. Drow are. Well, time is. We're doing a time bubble thing. So our plan was to fight the time. Well, not fight the time dragon. We got permission from the time dragon's boss, the god of time, to do a time bubble dream sequence where we're going to bend the laws of physics, reality, time, and the dreams to give prophetic visions in the past to people who fucked up the situation to prevent them from fucking up the situation so we can, in the future, unfuck the situation. It's fine, don't worry. Time travel. Smile.
Also, the first quote that's going in today is "Time is a weapon, a slow and deadly weapon." Communist Raptor, that was so good.
Yep.
I mean, it is.
So-
It's a very deadly, very slow
So
weapon.
good.
Communist Raptor is, pretty on point.
I mean, this is how physics works.
A little comment
Yes.
here.
Also, hi Spooky Sprinkles. I'm so happy that you're here. Huzzah.
Yes, welcome in, Spooky Sprinkles. Sorry I haven't talked much. I'll try and avoid disrupting the retellings.
But yeah, that's about it. We're going to do a time bubble transfer thing, dream, memory stuff. It's difficult to explain. But we besieged the castle. No one was there, and now we're going to go back in time to make sure that they were there and ready to receive us willingly when we get there. And so instead of invading, we rewrite the timeline to them openly accepting us into the gates. It's fine. Don't worry. We just have to
Everything's
undo
gonna be
like
fine.
50 or like 100 years or something of, being frozen in time due to ripping a hole in the fabric of the universe and the space-time continuum. It's fine. Don't worry.
300 years.
Yeah, 300 years.
Also-
So yeah, undo 300 years of time fuckery. It's fine.
I also wrote down that there are only 4 possible timelines where this will work out. Kronos warned us before we do this.
Oh
And
yeah.
I wrote mail insurance in the drow community.
What?
What?
I have no idea. I don't know. Do you remember what that was?
I mean, dudes are slaves in this place. So, yeah.
Insurgents.
Oh.
It says
Yeah.
insurgents. That
Ah.
makes
Yeah.
sense. My handwriting's messy.
I
Not
was gonna say like,
insurance.
Big
because
difference.
I mean, they could have slave insurgent, like insurance or something like that. I don't know.
Insured slaves.
We don't take over the Underdark through violent means. I'm coming back and I'm gonna do it economically through insurance. I will
Okay.
have
You
my
mean like-
Underdark.
You mean like how the insurance companies did that to the American economy? Fine.
Yeah, those are crickets here as well. Nope, not gonna laugh at my economy, bro.
Health insurance in America.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I
ain't
prefer having my arm and leg.
Come back at me when you guys have electricity.
5K for the wee woo wagon.
Yeah, they'll fix a broken arm, but it costs both of your legs.
Pretty much.
Fair.
Lord Hot Dog.
Oh, to be fair though, Bard, we do have electricity, but other people are paying us too much to give it to our own citizens, so we just give it to other countries instead of our own.
Yeah, don't remind
Because our
me.
government is competent, Smile.
I have never seen monkeys in a trench coat work so terribly before.
It's fine. Politics are over. Let's go back to time
Yeah,
and undo
yeah.
monarchy bullshit. Back into
Yeah.
politics immediately. I'm
Yeah.
joking.
Right! So, now that that little retelling is over with, let's
Thank you, Mega.
start this off straight from the top with the Bard, who is currently lying on the ground with his internal organs probably liquid at this point.
Politics is over long before. The method acting is so good.
It's so
I was like, he's not
good.
even acting right
That's-
now. He's just.
Web, go check on him, just in case.
He's
That's his
fine.
method.
That's how he is every morning.
His method
Jeez.
acting isn't acting. It's just the method.
Yep. Chronoc has picked you up and has transported you over to the rest of the group and just sort of left you on the ground there to be treated. Not
Boogie,
really wanting to touch you.
Boogie's going to help. Boogie's gonna go heal him.
Uh,
I need the soup. I need a good soup.
I'm
It's
pretty
okay. It's
sure-
okay. I'll give you soup. Do I have any key left? I should have key left. Yeah, we took a short rest. That's fine. I got key. Do I got key? Yeah, I got key. We took a short rest. I do a double heal.
Do I
Did you guys
go-
take? Do we take a short rest?
I mean, everything is kind of silent. If you guys want to risk
Heal
taking...
19 points of HP.
Poor guy.
And Bart gives him a cookie. And Boogie gives him a cookie.
Wait, how much?
19.
Sorry, 19. Sorry.
Okay. I really gotta stop doing that.
Yeah.
Ooh!
What are you doing to do that? Like that doesn't look good for your health.
Oh.
Then
Okay,
Kiraj warn
alright.
you not to overuse your powers.
Ooh, you know, I don't actually have as much control over this as everyone seems to think I do. Oh, all right. Oh, all right. Where are we at?
Apparently there's like a bubble of time around here, and we don't know what to do with it.
Oh, where's that son of a bitch Chronoc? Did he not fill you guys in? He was supposed to fill you guys in.
Oh yeah, he told us some stuff, and there's something about a time bubble, and there's only like four timelines where this works out. Anybody got ideas on how to like sort this out, or this is Lucy's time to just say like she got the.
Four possible timelines. Our cup runneth over. I say we do it. We need to go to
Timelines.
sleep. Yes.
What?
I
Right.
think it's a good
I
idea. If it doesn't work, oh man. We'll somehow figure out a different plan with Chronic, but I think it's a good idea.
Like, if this don't work out, we can always just go. Wait, but we can like call Chrono and like go back in time and punch people in the face until they like submit, right? I'm joking, but like,
Not quite that easy, but more or less.
right, yeah.
Don't the gods hate us enough?
I mean, we're already doing like a time loop thing. I think at this point it don't matter.
The gods can hate us until we save the world for all I care.
My main concern is they'll start hating us to the point where they attack us on sight.
Oh,
I
the karmic
don't
justice
want to
will be
hide from
sweet
the
in the end.
gods.
Look, I don't know if Karnak told you, but there is one nuclear option.
What's the nuclear option?
What's
Looks
nuclear?
at, looks over at Kick, like concerned.
Not that nuclear option. There's unfortunately more nuclear, the bigger red button, the red lever, if you will.
As you say that, but you see off in the distance a very familiar figure just standing against a wall, looking at you and smiling.
Oh, and smiling. Okay, I'll wave. I have no shame. I'm gonna wave.
He's
just-
doing a poggers.
He just
and,
gives a very
I'll-
short nod.
And I tap my wrist, tap the watch, so he knows I just need a little more time. Yeah, just I'll be with you later, man.
He does the whole carry on.
All right.
Boogie looks looks backwards to where Bard was like, "What? Who y'all talking like? What was that?"
Ooh, so you guys might want to get on that.
You know,
I would
would-
translate
Well,
that
the
as
more
like, we're
goes up,
restarting the
then the
timeline.
What?
I think a few of
Look.
us need to go to sleep, and we're going to try to change things a bit.
Yeah. Do you need to be next to the matriarch to do your dreamscape thing? I
They
know where she
do.
is.
We can travel wherever within the dreamscape.
All right.
Wait,
Or
like,
just take to the other side of the ice room, right over there.
wait,
Done.
wait, don't you say like you don't sleep or nothing?
You're
or-
already speaking in the other room.
Over here. Well, the theory is we don't sleep, but technically she's just making a dreamscape. Just because we don't sleep doesn't mean we can't sleep. So she's either forcing them to sleep, but really she's just pulling out their subconsciousness for a moment and putting it in sleepy bubble, in dreamy bubble.
Imagines Doctor Strange fucking
You know a
astral
lot about
projection shit.
dreams.
Oh no.
Yes.
Every time Elidius takes over, I get a little bit of competence back.
That's both surprising and concerning to hear.
That's the pain.
Right.
Pain, okay.
Right. Fair. It's a trade-off for your powers.
Yeah.
Lucy suddenly thinks you have spent more time with La Tanta. Then she realizes, there's a reason she wants to kill you. Don't know what it is yet. But yes, that is precisely
Really?
what we'll be doing.
You want a list?
Yeah.
He's got a list, don't worry.
Yeah.
We have lists. It's mostly war crimes.
It's like
Oh,
40% war
just that.
crimes.
The greater
Minor
good.
stuff.
It's mostly violating the Geneva suggestion.
Suggestion. Well, is it time?
We just have to go to sleep. Then what?
I'll be on watch.
Then I'll take care of it.
Right.
I will begin to walk in the realm between where the dreamscape lies.
Sig, you've been like muted the whole time. Right.
You're gonna need to convince her of quite a lot, but it shouldn't be too hard.
Who's going in like with y'all?
I'm going to need Sin.
Right. And then didn't you say you could take a third person?
It's probably better if I stay here.
Are you gonna say something, Sig? Okay.
Kick.
Yeah, like sorry. I was so like I can stay around and like grab y'all's sleeping bodies if any trouble happens, and Barthas can teleport us out, you know. So Kick, you gonna go with him?
It would seem that I am the only other option.
That's fair. So we gonna do this? Like set up like a camping spot or something? Make things cozy. Oh, I'll make s'mores! You got chocolate, Bard?
Is there anyone who can play us a nice
And, like, wait for time to snap back in place in case things go to shit again.
Right. But like, wait, you
Right.
serious
Well,
question.
we're thinking of that. Think of a excuse so long why we're stuck in the queen's bedroom.
Oh, I don't think I need an excuse.
That's right.
I would think for you we need an extra excuse.
Oh, you wooed me.
Oh boy.
Hard take psychological damage.
I mean, I can roll side damage if you really
Emotional
want.
damage.
But you're already at basically like what, 19 HP total? No, nothing. Never mind.
You're taking psychic damage, it's fine, don't worry.
As you guys are talking, Sasha enters the room, arms crossed, finger tapping against one of them. Well,
They agreed. We cleared it with Kronok.
don't make me regret this.
Got like
We-
you got like s'mores and marshmallows, like, cause we're gonna make like a little campfire and like
Guys, Sasha the Ice Time Dragon, Lucy, Sam, Lucy, Arthas, and Kick.
We met.
Hi, Sasha.
Well, she
do you want a
repeatedly
s'more?
cast me out.
all right.
She menacingly raises a hand. I still can't do that.
No, not again. Yo, I've gone through a lot in the last like fucking 40 minutes. Please, no more.
I mean, if you want to disobey your master's wish,
Oh no, only these two have to remain. The rest of you don't.
they need me to help them get back outside.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you guys, Dreamscape, do your thing.
Now that we're
First
in
of
a nice, cozy, and non-pressured environment, let's all go to sleep.
all- yeah,
And I will begin to sing a slow, deep dwarven song to help us get in sleepy mode. Can I roll
Bard,
performance?
accompany them. Like a
At
sister.
advantage?
Do her
Wait.
sister.
Do I need to be asleep?
Yeah.
I can't
No,
sleep.
as we've
I joke.
argued, you don't actually need to be asleep.
Okay. Because
Daydreams are a
I'm
thing.
Warforged. I literally don't sleep.
It's pulling your conscious soul, whatever.
I mean, you
into
go
dreams.
in standby mode.
Mm-hmm. Hey, dear Saru, welcome.
Hi,
to the day.
Disaru.
Hey.
Mort,
Aw.
can I roll performance?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I got a 3. It sounds
That was
like it
that's-
would if I
persuasion.
actually sang.
He starts.
That's
Oh, I rolled
persuasion.
performance.
No,
Oh,
you're
exactly.
roll,
You rolled
you roll
persuasion.
persuasion.
Why is my thing?
You tried to convince us to go to sleep, apparently.
You guys go to sleep right now.
Listen here, you little bitch. Go to sleep.
That's much better.
Yeah, that's much better. After
In
trying to
dungeons
berate them
deep.
to go to sleep, you're able to eventually sing a lullaby that is very quick to affect them.
And me, I'm like, oh, man. That was some convincing singing. And I fall asleep.
There's a heavy thunk as a dwarf slams into the ground.
And then
Catch it. It's gonna fall.
Boogie catches it. It's fine.
Oh, I want to say
Watch the shark.
Boogie has to roll strength for catching the overarmored
yes.
I knew we
monster.
weren't.
I'll
I
roll
knew we
strength.
weren't standing up.
That's just me.
You know
I
what?
mean,
Don't
I'll roll
bother.
strength for it.
Sat down, but
Yeah, I
Natural
was
20,
thinking we were all
31.
like,
Boogie does Boogie throws her up like pizza. Fucking nothing. Natural 20 to catch her.
Dude,
God damn
I'm
it.
thinking, I'm seeing like she begins to fall over, then you just like reach a finger over to hold her in place.
Yeah, it's just like, no. She starts like falling, and like he reaches his finger, like her fall goes from like heavy armor fall to like lightly just touch, like slowly, like one finger taking the entire weight of her whole body down to the
Jeez.
floor, carefully
One
and
finger on her
quietly.
head and holds her in place.
Pardon?
It puts one finger on her head and holds her in place.
Oh no.
it just looks exactly the same, except there aren't two red glowing eyes in the helmet.
Yeah, turn off.
The bard knocks on Sim's armor. That's a little spooky.
I
It would be a
really
bad
thought
idea
we
to
were
wake
all
her.
like lying down with s'mores halfway in our mouths.
No, you're just straight go time. That's good.
All
That's
right,
good attitude.
deal.
Boogie's gonna like sit on the floor and like take a short rest so he can get back his key and stuff. While you guys are in the dream world.
So, as we're all sleeping, Lucy's going to like her, just like a shadow version of her is gonna kind of like sit up, having the like kind of mist like evaporate from her smoky skin, and she's gonna stand up and she's gonna reach down for Knifey, and Knifey's gonna be like really pleasant and smiley and not wanting to kill, and I'm just gonna like tear into the
Fabric
air.
of the universe.
Yeah, into the fabric, and as it cuts, and I'll set Knifey back down, I'm gonna rip it open and almost like unfold in like a sphere around all of us. And now I'll just kind of like poke Sin and kick. Be like, hey, wake up, Angel. Hey,
When I do that,
Robot.
it gets-
flip. And I'll turn kick
They're
on.
all astrally projecting. They're all astrally
An
projecting.
interesting little thing happens when you poke kick. You don't see the large warforged automaton. You see a very old-looking dwarf.
Oh shit! I just realized something. Since the Warforged can, like, technically he's in a quote-unquote sleep mode and still aware of everything, he can be aware of like the current world and the other world. So he's like basically hearing and seeing double, and also he can actively tell us what's going on.
I'll say, Kick? Who are you? I thought I brought Kick with.
That's which way you're poking.
I love the fucking Scottish. It's great. I love the dwarvish
I wish
accent.
I could do it. I know. All right.
Right?
So
You gotta
cool.
have a brogue.
I don't have one of those.
You gotta listen. There's a website. I'll send it to you, lass. It'll help you.
Okay. See, that's my best. All right. I'm just gonna be like, who are you? Who are you?
What do you mean? I'm Kick.
Oh, is this me doing this?
Whoa, what the hell? We lost
Oh,
Whip.
we lost.
Did you kill
We
someone?
lost Whip.
We killed him.
Oh, there he is.
Alright, our internet crashed.
Ah,
Explains why Bard's been frozen for a while now.
Oh, there he
I
goes.
thought he was just texting.
Yeah. So I'm in through my phone, but I won't be able to roll or anything.
Yeah, shit. Technical difficulties, guys.
Bye.
Calling local tech support.
They're not here for this session. Guys, hurry, hurry. Like burn down
There's
like
nothing we
something or
can
something.
do. Just the internet is out. I can be on the call, but I can't roll.
Yeah, no worries. I'm trying to move stuff around as quickly as I can.
And well, technically the DM can roll for you, but you know.
Actually, you know.
Yeah.
Where be kick? Ah, they.
Warby kick.
It'll come back in a minute. Also,
That's what I said. All I see is a dwarf.
but also right now we don't need my character to roll or anything, cause like
Yeah, but
you're going
if we
into
ever did,
Dreamscape and I'm
then
not.
Mort can do
Oh,
that.
He literally undid the whole layout. Bard comes back.
And he returns.
okay. Right.
I'm sorry, guys. Well, I don't know what I'm apologizing for. But, I'm sorry,
Yeah, you
chat.
should be sorry.
I'm sorry, chat, for the inconveniences of your entertainment.
Yeah, there's nothing we can do.
Stop taking out our internet, man.
It's look, I trained the sharks
Giga's
too
out there
well.
with pliers and scissors. Like,
No, it's sharks, dude. I trained sharks to bite internet cables.
okay,
Is
that's
it
actually way
sharks?
cooler.
Yes, desert sharks.
Sand sharks. We all
Those
know
are the
those.
scariest sharks.
Yeah, those are true. Those are real.
That's a new image. It's
What's a
not
new image?
Bard's image on Discord.
The host?
Nah, it's been that for a while.
Well,
Yeah, but I just noticed.
Ooh,
it.
Whip gets to be the bard. Whip, do your
Hey.
best bard impression.
Kick gets to be
I've got
Bard
no
gets to be kicked.
smokes.
Mort's participating as Boogie.
Oh,
I'm the GM, that means. Hey,
I am
no,
Sid.
I'm still GM, but I'm
you
also
succeeded in
Boogie.
your time shenanigans.
No, I'm
Hey,
both.
Mort,
You don't
that's not fair. You
exist.
can't. Mort, you can't be two
Okay.
people. Mort, you can't be two people. That's not fair. And also, how dare you say someone
Giga,
doesn't exist?
Sin is Barthas.
Listen,
He's the DM. He'll decide what's fair. Thank you very much.
Oh shit, I gotta look up bow stats.
Let me see. Where is...
listen. People deserve to
Am I
exist.
back?
Yes.
Hello.
Hey,
Bard!
back.
We can hear you.
Finally.
Oh. Holy shit. Our internet just totally went down.
It's you guys went through a
Wait, is it
temporal
back?
loop. It's fine. It's natural.
There were sand sharks. It's okay.
Yeah. Sand sharks in the
Giga
desert. You
said
know.
that.
Whole block went down.
Look. I trained sharks to bite the internet.
I'm tethered to my.
It was a project from like some
In
or
the
other
desert.
government.
Damn.
Yeah. Sand sharks. You know, sand sharks. The sharks that live in the sand.
Sand sharks. Oh boy. Right.
The real thing. Look it up. Look it up on Yahoo Answers.
Oh no. Is
the most reliable source on the internet.
Is the network okay there with you? Whip, Bob?
Bard's frozen.
Oh no.
hmm
Do him a Discord.
My computer
Yes.
still doesn't have internet, but my phone's fine.
Pain.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, I think let's just go on a very quick break where you guys sort out your network. Just a very
What's
quick
Harry
one.
Potter's
No, you can
favorite method
continue.
of
You don't
getting
need
down a hill?
neither board. No, fine.
Yeah, like Barthas, Boogie, and Bard are kind of like off this part of the adventure, so it's fine.
Okay.
Boogie's going to be attending Bard's wounds, Barthas is going to be on watch, and the others are sleepy sleep.
Yeah.
The only thing Barthas will be able to watch is the time dragon, really.
I mean, that is a kind of concern when there's a gigantic feck-off dragon breathing down your neck, you know,
Well, I mean,
10 feet away from you.
she's in humanoid form right now.
It's fine. She's a shape-shifting dragon. That means she's a spellcaster, which, to be fair, should have been expected when she can do, just time magic. So it's fine. Smile.
Yeah, I mean, I've literally given Barthus a dragon waifu to try and go after while he waits for the rest of you to finish up. Right.
Literally space and time. There you go.
Perfect matchup.
Someone more, can you roll for me to turn it on
Whoa.
time dragon?
You're a robot.
You're breaking my
Say again, dude.
Can you roll for me to try and hit on the dragon
Sure.
I
while
think
we're off and doing whatever you're doing?
Sweet daddy here with his
I
freaking
got-
puns.
we didn't.
I
get
know,
this
I
again.
love it.
I stand and do.
Oh, jeez, it's getting
We are
worse.
not
I
hearing
cannot
anything.
hear anything.
I did get a really good screenshot though of Whip frozen, and he was just like, it was good. I just want you guys to know that.
Oh,
Oh, there's a
Is
bard
that
too.
Bard?
barely.
Kit,
Really Bard.
Kit, we need you to decipher what's going on. You're the robot.
Can you
don't-
translate
so-
for us,
Do you
please?
speak tech priest?
I think he majored it in
Um,
college, but he hasn't used it in like 7 years, so I don't think he remembers the language that well.
Let's
Oh, there he
see.
is.
I think they're losing their internet connection. That's what's happening here.
Yeah, I think we should probably break.
Yeah, let's just. I'm just gonna
This
go on a
is-
quick break while we get out the network sorted out with them. See you guys in a bit.
gives me time to see if my energy levels will return.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it won't.
yeah. Well, chat. We still got some technical issues, so we're going to try and see if we can't wait it out. It's gonna be 20-30 minutes. Hopefully, it'll be quick. Hopefully, it'll be less. But if 20-30 minutes pass and technical difficulties aren't over, we will be resuming next week.
Mort did say that now is your chance to ask him any questions that you have, and he'll answer them.
Oh no.
Or any of us, really. We're just kind of vibing.
Yeah, exactly. This has become just us chilling. You're more than welcome to ask anything of us right now.
It's like an
If you
after
have-
party, but
Yeah.
mid-party. Sorry, Sin, what?
If y'all have nothing to ask, we're gonna ask something of DM about Giga.
Oh,
Wait,
no.
did that? No, wait.
About
Did I
me?
English right?
What about me?
You English good.
You do a good English.
Did I though?
Can I show you guys
Yes'ns.
my cool shirt?
Cool. Show.
Kitty?
I don't know if you can see it.
Ooh, critical
the
hit.
20 is the asteroid.
Nice.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but it's also funny.
When
Someone's
you
rain
wish
dance
upon a
rolled a
star.
natural 1.
What was that?
Someone's ranger rolled a nat 1.
No,
Oh.
someone did the rain dance to bring down the rain and rolled a natural 1.
Ah,
I love it. That's
when you thought you were
fantastic.
doing the rain dance and you summoned the god of war.
The god of just destruction. Oh my god, that's like a purely evil DM. I love that. It's like, oh, I didn't do well in my performance, and the DM's like, well, now you destroyed everything.
Oh, you
Massive
rolled
stage.
well. It's not on what you thought you did.
Someone fucked with the Fae.
Hey,
Yeah.
I keep telling you guys the Fae are amazing. Just need to try and open your
No.
mind.
No, they're not. Fuck the Fae. Even the Fae say fuck the Fae and warn you not to fuck with them.
No, man. The Fae are amazing. They make such good deals.
To be
Yeah.
fair, they make deals that look good on the surface. They're not.
This only makes me increasingly worried for Zelia.
Oh yeah, she made a wish from the Fae.
And even no, she didn't. That's
She
the thing.
still has
still
a
has-
wish.
Oh, the Fae are gonna fuck with you because they owe you
I
a
know.
debt. They
They owe
owe
me
you
a
a debt. They don't like owing people things.
Mhm.
You owe Fae
Yeah.
things. They don't owe you things.
If
I
you just
know, and
follow
that-
the rules of hospitality, the Fae are awesome. Else fuck. Exactly! Diasaru
agree.
gets it.
No, 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 no. No, no, no.
Diasara knows what's up.
Even if you do they have to follow the rules of hospitality. If they don't, they explode and burst into flames. But they have ways around it, and they will fuck with you with that. They don't even follow the rules of hospitality. Fuck this bullshit.
Nah, I just think that you've got it out for the Fae. That's all it is.
Listen, you've listened to the audiobook of the Dresden books. You've seen how much the Fae have fucked with Dresden. It's that, but somehow worse.
How far in are you, by the way?
I am on. I'm currently listening to Blood Rights.
Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah, if you're telling me it gets worse, don't worry. I know they're Fae. It gets worse.
You have no idea how much worse it gets.
It's Fae. I know exactly how worse it can get.
You
know how worse it can get?
no
The worst it could possibly
idea.
get. The
Oh.
worst it could possibly get.
Oh, dude.
You're selling them short. They're Fae.
Oh, man.
True.
Nah, hell. You've still got a lot to see, and it gets so good.
Listen, take the ferry from the Dresden Files. Turn
Which
that up
one?
to 11.
Which one?
Yes.
You
The
mean-
ferry. No, listen. I said the fairy is what they call the Feywild, which is the dumbest fucking thing. Regardless, though, aside from the dumb name for what the writer's calling the Feywild, the Fey in that are very accurate, and they will fuck with you constantly. Like, the vampires are not worse than the Fey.
Oh no, dude. Need to actually read it. You know, I've only read. Oh, I haven't read. I've only listened to the first book. I've read all the way up to. I was beginning to read Battlegrounds. Was it Battlegrounds or was it Peace Talks? It was one of them. I was beginning to read it, but I've only listened to the first book. I really need to listen to the others.
Yep.
What the hell
Anyways.
was her name? I haven't looked into
Which
Dresden
one?
proper for so long. What was her name?
Whose name?
The Knight's daughter.
The Knight's daughter?
Yeah, I can't
forget her
remember her
name as well.
name. The spellcaster.
Spellcaster?
The one that Dresden takes under his wing.
What? You're spoiling, dude.
Not bad. It's difficult. You're so far behind. I can't.
I mean, I expected. She kind of rocked up in her, like, the whole, like, Christian household and was like, I'm wearing metal stuff, but if I'm quickly changing out of that because my mom would kill me otherwise.
Oh, dude, you're so far behind.
Shut up!
No, there's so much that I want to talk about, but I can't because you're not there yet.
Fine.
I know the pain Zahn felt now. Holy shit!
Listen, I don't mind spoilers, but the problem is we're on stream in front of a lot of people. Hey, people are back. Are you guys back?
This is painful.
All right, we should be back.
What?
Hey, they're back.
Hey!
Hello.
Whip, if you can hear me, use the original password. I had to reset the network. Fucking storm.
Oh, jeez, is a storm that bad? Jeez, what the fuck?
It was. Oh wait, I think I might need to.
Listen, dude, that storm's so bad it was probably created by Darude.
There we go.
I was
did
muted.
that.
That
I
was
did that.
good. Thank you so much. I laughed
Yes, I did that.
very hard at that. That was lovely.
Hold on, I might have to go.
Dude, it's. Oh!
What?
No. It's so frustrating.
What happened?
It's fine. No. He's talking about Dresden. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I want to, but I can't because of you.
Talk to Zahn and Bart about Dresden. It's fine.
I might have to. Fuck.
Just one moment. I have to change our network password for him.
Okay. Now I just need Kit to put his back up so that we can get this rearranged in the right spot. Ugh, not Kick.
What back?
Not
Why
not you.
didn't have any
Whip.
cameras?
Yeah.
They,
I'm still
like,
lagging.
if they're still lagging, then they can just not
No,
use their cameras.
Am I not fine?
Yeah, you did seem.
You're
you
fine.
sound
You're
fine.
good.
Oh, okay, yeah, I just need to change the network password for Whip, then he'll be fine.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Soon, we'll be back soon, guys. Actually, while you're sorting that out, we can continue now proper, since you can give Whip the up and up on this. So, Lucy, you poked a dwarf and you asked him who he was.
Yes, and he said I'm Kick, and I'm like, is my brain doing this? Am I? Sorry, whoa, that was my belly. Did you guys hear that?
No.
Yeah, no, me neither. Nothing
Oh.
happened. So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, I'm like, is my brain manifesting this? And I start to kind of like poke, Kick in a investigative way, like, in a scientific
Pokes
way.
an
Yeah,
investigative
you
way.
really just had to just poke him. Oh no.
Yeah.
It's the only way to tell if he's real.
I'm like, is my brain doing this?
Lass, what's going on? What's going on, Lass?
I'm.
What you doing?
It's a bit much there, lad, but right, it's fine.
Fuck it. I don't know the accent I used before the break.
You're
It's
doing
great, it's
fine. You're
great.
doing fine.
I think you're doing great. I didn't know how. I could try. I'm bad at accents, but I guess that's
You're
that's
close
what like a
enough,
character.
lass.
That's what a
Okay.
character voice is, right? You just do an accent and it's bad, and it's okay. You just roll with it. It's
Right,
gonna be my voice from now on. Hey, it's gonna be my voice from now on.
right, it's fine, it's fine. Until people complain. Remember, this is a dwarven accent. No one can do a Scottish accent. They're way too good at it.
Whip, we should be good.
Oh no, it's dwarven accent. Oh,
Yeah,
Whip
man,
is
there we
back.
go. Technology, it fucking sucks.
Technology. Touche. Sin, thank you for believing in that it would work, because I was very like discouraged. I was like,
Don't
let's just do
stop.
that next week.
20, 30 minutes like that whenever like a storm happens.
Hold on to that feeling.
But I can tell you, I
can hear me?
know that feeling so much. I know that feeling so well.
Yeah, remember the
Yeah.
old sword days when you would like
Fuck
every
me,
hour,
dude.
20 minutes on the hour? Alright, we're good. There we go. What, third world country life, bro. What can we do?
Dark days, my dude. Dark days.
Right. We're good. You hear Whip, you're on?
Yeah, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Ah, finally.
You sound weird. Why are your headphones not? Where are your...
Alright, they should be charged in. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back with them.
Did you see your photogenic freeze?
Dude, you gave the perfect... Oh my god, it's amazing.
The photogenic freeze.
Talking-
Here we are in the dreamscape. I'm
Oh,
so
no.
sorry you guys invited me here.
Do I sound
No,
normal
dude.
now?
Yeah.
Yes,
There we go.
we're good.
I was like, you sound robotic again. And then I realized, oh. Okay.
What?
It's nothing.
Is my mic working?
Yeah, no, it's working.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do that
As
smile.
Lucy, as you're talking with Kick and you wake Sin up,
Mm.
something else is gonna happen. Bob. Both you and Boogie see a very familiar figure enter the building. Well, enter as a porchlain as he just manifests, leaning against one of the frost walls. So,
Ah.
This is the plan, huh?
Hi, Dad.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Who's this? Wait, but what?
You've come a long way.
You've ran a long way.
I know. Reasons.
Uh-huh. Tell me something. All this running, all this hiding. What do you really think you've accomplished here?
Well, I think you're kind of asking the wrong person for that. You know how this works.
Oh, yes.
I don't.
No, I know.
Could you
quite
come back
well.
in like a couple hundred years?
Say again?
Could you come back in a couple hundred years? And then you can talk to who you really would like to be talking to right now?
Oh, no. You see, I'm talking with the right person. Right here, right now, exactly who I want to talk with. Because I know that locked away in there, he'll eventually remember this little conversation. And he'll have a lot of time to think about his answer.
Say your piece.
Look, mortal, I'll be nice. You and your little...
What do you...
Oh, I want a lot. This little dimension you found is quite interesting. So, I'll give you time. Take care of your business. And when I come to collect, don't resist. I can't hear you.
There's better ways of going about this, and you know it.
Oh, I know. But I'm leaving this up to you. Let's see if you've actually grown up a little bit in between.
Do you really want to test that again?
Boy, do you really
This
want
will
to test
play out.
me.
This won't play out as either of us ever wants. Go back to the Empire. Leave this to me. You know I'll have everything under control when it's under control. I will hand over this place to you on a silver platter. Just don't interfere. We don't need another Lislow incident.
That is all up to you. I've given you my terms. There is no second option. Consider it. And resist if you want. We both know how that will end for you. I'm growing tired of you.
I get that.
I mean, ain't like father-son situation supposed to be like a little bit like less hostile than this? I'm sorry for the whole like
A little complicated.
yeah.
He looks
Barthas.
over to...
Boogie? Barthas, Boogie.
What?
Meet my dad, Talthor, god of creation magic, and not really from around these parts now, huh?
Wait, what do y'all mean by not from around here?
leave that up to you to explain.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
Don't
All right.
waste my time this time around. This little dimension you found is in a very useful location.
And
And
you
I'm sure
expect
you
anyone
don't.
to use it better than me?
Say again?
And you expect anyone to use it better than me?
Better.
I know who's here with you. You expect one of them? What are they going to do? Come stomp on it, rile it up? What's your end game here? You don't have one.
Oh,
I'm the one who comes up with the end game. You want this place, you'll have it, but let me give it to you the right way.
roll me a persuasion.
Nice.
What's soup?
Way
What?
to go for
Holy shit.
Fuck yeah! Actual godlike persuasion.
Allow
Holy
me to see
fuck.
the side of my people.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of
I know
wealth
the rain
and
on this parade, but
fame.
Bart, do you realize what this means?
No.
Sin's gonna have a god awful time.
Oh yeah!
Wait.
Pleased to meet you. Hope you guess my
Wait.
name.
What am I
Use up all
missing?
our luck.
Lucy, Sin and Bard, their rolls are always flipped. If one of them is rolling good, the other one rolls trash.
Oh god.
Hold on. We can salvage this. We can salvage this. And Bard keeps on saying, just give me some time. Give me some boost. Help us out a little bit, you know. You might not like how any of my plans go about, but you know they work in the end. At some time, and time is irrelevant, it always works.
Pleased to meet you.
He
Hope you
looks
guess
at you
my
for a while, clearly contemplating it, before motioning for you to come over.
Very slowly come over. I'm still a little sore and fatigued.
He
Like my mind.
wraps an arm around your shoulder, and he shoves his other fist in your chest.
Okay.
As he holds you there, you feel this rush of power as he bleeds magic into you. You needed time. Well,
This
this
is
little
a fucking
shell
rope.
of yours isn't going to hold if you keep burning. Maybe this will help
know.
keep you going a little longer.
Much appreciated, Pops. You know, as you always said, perfection. Whew. Haven't felt like this in a long time.
Yes, well, this little shell of yours you picked is very easy to break at this point. You might need to be a bit more careful.
Well,
Yeah, that's his style.
just doing what needs to be done. Someone, you know how this works. Someone's got to do it.
Mm-hmm. I expect you to take care of the issues here.
Oh, don't worry. They'll be dealt with. And I promise when I say that, I mean, we've calmed down our ways. We're not gonna do anything too drastic yet.
Barthas hides a little laugh.
Bookie is just very concerned about this whole situation, trying not to say anything. Cause like, is Bart really gonna like hand over the universe to like this? I don't know what's going on.
All right. You have your time. I will watch.
Alright.
But if you do fail, I'm sending them in to take care of things.
You fucking brought Axel.
Oh, he volunteered.
That's cold even for you.
Well, a little bit of insurance is always good. And considering how you've been lately, a little wake up is never too late.
You're underestimating this place. There's a reason why I've stayed. There's a lot more here than you might see.
Maybe. He begins to turn around and walk off. You have your time. Do not waste it.
Don't worry your big head about it. Everything will go exactly as planned.
Well, you'll have to excuse me if I don't quite believe that right now. And he just seems to disperse.
As soon as he's gone, Bart turns around. Oh my god!
Just
Pleased to
throws up.
meet you. Hope you guessed my name.
It's Axel.
Listen, we'll find out.
Wow.
Don't worry. Dark and foreboding messages.
Man, that's not good. Okay, so that's a problem. But Shit.
What was all that?
Long story short, that was my dad. He
Right.
wants your dimension, and I just stalled him for the time being.
That's
You're
concerning.
welcome.
Just adding
Yeah,
more
you don't
problems.
understand how much time I spend saving this goddamn place. All of time, literally, like all of it.
Was Sasha seeing this whole little charade?
Sasha is just sort of standing off to the side and watching with a very hefty amount of concern on her face.
Mm. Hmm.
People don't
that's like-
understand-
Sorry, you're saying?
I said, no one understands the weight class we're fighting, and then you can cut to black.
Yeah, you can go to the dream dimension.
Yeah. We are bouncing back to the dream dimension where Lucy, you're with the dwarf that's calling himself Kick, and Sin. Actually, Sin looks odd.
Kick, I like this new look on you. This is my voice now. That's what I sound like in the dream dimension. Sin, you look weird.
Close enough.
I scientifically poke Sin.
Scientifically.
She's got large black wings and what seems like fangs.
Sin, I like your new look too.
Wait, is Sin passed
you-
out, or is she just...
No, you're
you're
conscious
In the
this
dream
dream.
dimension.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like both your ASMR and your vampiric side is showing at the moment.
Okay, Sin is unaware. What?
You've got the wings and you got the teeth. Wait, do I look different? And I look at myself.
You look mostly like yourself, though there is definitely a eerie shimmer around you.
Oh, I guess that's normal.
Yeah. Single runner.
It's in your eyes.
My eyes, whatever them.
The beautiful. All right, you guys ready to do this shit?
This is gonna turn.
Lit on.
Was it on?
I need one moment. Sorry, guys. I should not have drank that from the back.
Universe is at stake. Small chance of success. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Our chance just got way better.
Our chances just got way better. I heard the universe. Speak to me.
Certainty of death. Small chance of success. What are we waiting for?
Yeah, you do it way better than me. I love that.
That's so good.
I deserve a cookie. Where is Cookie?
Bookie hands her for Cookie.
Where's she at?
Back. Take it back. Take it back. I didn't mean to take so much of the block.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
I didn't ask for this.
Mort,
What's wrong
random
now?
question. What roll would Sid have to make to stretch, but stretch out real, all the way?
What?
He's just flexing. Yeah.
Oh! I wasn't sure it was stretch. What? How? In what way? It's like,
Well, you're in the dream dimension. Technically, you can Mr. Fantastic your way through it, or Miss Fantastic, or whatever.
I mean, we're in. Lucy controls everything in this stream. We're just kind of here.
It's still a
We're in
dream.
the realm between the planes of existence.
if you want to just stretch and flex and all that, I don't know. Dex?
What?
Dex.
Oh, Dex.
Decks the halls with Bowser Holly.
Dex. Why is it a short point? Whatever.
I'm
could
not.
be-
I'm not sure what.
Acrobatics
Oh, no.
or athletics?
Yeah.
If you're trying to flex
Oh, no.
muscles, athletics, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Athletics.
That's a big
work.
save.
Athletics. Okay. Athletics.
Is this going to net?
It's starting.
Mm,
Oh
You-
no,
you-
it's
you
starting.
stretch a bit. You feel a little stiff. It feels nice to be out of the armor like this now, but I don't know. It's something isn't right. It feels a bit shallow, almost.
Sin realizes while she's stretching she has extra appendages, and then realizes she has wings here.
They are large and they are black.
Just solid black feathery wings.
Yeah.
Okay. Feathers? I haven't had feathers in 5 years. What?
That's concerning.
I like it. Do you want to look like anything else before we approach him?
Is Sin in her armor? Or is she just kind of...
Well, what would you have visualized yourself in here? I thought since you're stretching, you'd be in some sort of casual attire. If you want to try and stretch in your armor, that's gonna be a disadvantage on your athletics.
I think usually in dreams, from what I recall in my dreams, I'm not that I'm naked, but I'm not necessarily, you know what I mean? I'm never taking notice of my clothes, so I don't know that
knew
you'd
it
be in your armor.
wrong.
I think you... It's Dwarven Lady, I'm hairy everywhere.
She's got
Just
a
one big,
perfectly placed sensor beard.
Exactly. My beard intertwines with my chest hair, just all
The
the
beard
whole
goes
thing.
all the way down, covers everything. Perfectly
Yeah.
placed dwarven sensor
Yeah.
beard.
My
I was
butt
about
hair is
to say-
tied into a bow. It's this long.
Oh,
Wait, do I
gosh
still
damn
have
it.
my hair?
Kick hasn't
I do.
worn actual clothes for the longest of time, so his
Tied into a bow.
co- So he literally is just butt naked, but has a massive beard that just goes down to the ground.
Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in
In
a bow?
all the right places.
This is getting sexy. All right, so we.
Gosh, damn it.
Listen, I don't know what you're gonna be wearing, but I would assume you're not in your armor. I'd assume you're like.
Yeah.
Mort, you brought this
comfy
onto
clothes.
yourself.
Hey, all I said that I assumed she would be in some sort of casual attire, but then you guys took
Made
the
it weird.
stick and rushed
nothing-
off into the forest.
And nothing can hurt us here. No, he's not rushing into the forest yet. You have to ask first. Take me out for a dinner and drinks. But what I'm saying is, Mort can't hurt us here. We're in the dreamscape. I have a
There's the
lightning.
DM now.
I have a lightning shield. I am the DM now. I have the power.
Look at me.
There's always a loophole, Sarah. Don't aggravate him.
Yeah,
Look at me.
Like
Sarah is the DM now.
like a Bob Ross head with feet. No! No!
Yes.
No!
Thank you,
Hell yeah.
Communist Raptor. Yes.
Sound system, bro. All 8 of the speakers.
All right. Well, we begin in a tavern. Just kidding. We're gonna. Do either of you want to change your look before we go in? I mean,
Put
Sin,
me
I
in
think
my-
you look scary.
Put me in my armor again, but extra
Like
smoke.
pieces of your armor start like flying from like left, right, just like piecing it together. Like Thor's hammer that's like just being like attracted to you, or like magnetic, and then it looks super smoky.
Oh, I wish it was that fast.
Eventually, the artificers just give her cast off armor.
Kick, what about you?
Give me the greatcoat
Look what he
that
had.
I received in the real world.
That is
That's
all
what
he
Billows
wears.
down from the
Kick is
sky.
going to be fucking butt naked with a trench coat on. Fuck me.
Yep.
Flashbang deployed.
Oh.
I
Right,
flash
need
and
to-
there's just a beard, nothing else. Like
Okay.
flashbang not effective.
Ick used flashbang. It's super ineffective. It's not very effective, is the actual line, but TM. Don't sue us, Game Freak and/or Nintendo.
Wait, is Triamar, just out of curiosity, the
Nightmare.
god of strength? Oh, Triamar is the nightmare, okay.
Yeah, Tremor.
Nothing,
Telemere
carry on.
is strike.
We begin to walk forward to where the drow are hanging out, and I will start pulling their consciousness out of their heads. It's gonna look like a cool little string of smoke. I'm just gonna.
What is this, the queen or the other guys?
Yeah, I guess I don't know who's all standing. Like,
Because I figured we'd be doing the queen.
oh,
The matriarch
then
is
yes.
right outside of her room where you guys
Okay.
were.
Then yeah, I'll just put my hand out and kind of draw it in like a smoky little orb.
Okay.
And
Roll me a
make it
d20.
cylindrical. Deal.
$31.
15.
As you're tugging and pulling on her mind, this frozen consciousness, it resists. it struggles against your attempts until finally you're able to get that hook you need to pluck it and to let you all sort of just follow it back.
I'll nudge Sin, be like, "Now is your time," and I will begin to craft the throne room in absolute destruction. Like, so it looks just like there's like shit falling from the sky and like just terrifying mess of destruction. And I'll like nudge Sin.
Okay. So you set essentially the scene of apocalypse right
Yeah,
right
just
in the throne room.
her whole like life like dismantled.
Okay. It doesn't take you very long. As you're working on it, you feel that mind you've plucked reacting, and soon enough, you do see her, the matriarch, just standing there, watching in confusion as everything has gone horribly wrong.
I'm gonna make it like rotate around her too, so she's just like standing there getting like the full panorama of just shit, just explosion.
Okay.
Sin's just gonna say, Kronok did try to warn you, you know.
What? Oi!
Convince them you're their savior and stuff.
I was intended to come and save you and your people. And this is what I find. I'm sure you know what this is, right? She'll go over to where the orb is.
This is a trick.
Trick?
Thunder and more things fall from the ceiling as she says, "This is a trick."
I don't know. This is a rather powerful illusion if it is.
So aren't you resistance to like illusions and shit?
They're resistant to charm.
Yeah, so like, if this was a trick, she'd be like, shakes it off.
There's a difference between charm and illusion, though.
Yeah.
As an action, I can tap into the nightmares of a creature. I can create an illusory manifestation of its deepest fears. So I don't know what exact her deepest fears are, but that's what I'm going to It's just like hundreds of bards just popping up out of the floor everywhere. And they're all talking in different, like, they're all saying different stuff at the same time.
As you try and tap into the nightmare,
Mhm.
something does happen. But, and here's the big but, I need you to do me a roll.
Deal.
A wisdom save.
I have something.
A wisdom save. Flash of oh shit! I don't have any rough charges left.
No, I think I have. I can do Flash of Genius on myself. It says when you or another creature, but I have something else for this. As a mark of warding dwarf. Hold on. This is features and traits, maybe. I have some. Sorry to drag this out. I just know.
No worries.
Features, traits, and abilities.
I have so many abilities.
Yeah, dude.
Because I started this character at level 7, so I'm not. Oh, Dwarven Resilience. Oh, that's against poison. Okay, never mind. I will just use my Flash of Genius. Okay. wisdom save. Heard.
Do I also need to roll this?
No, you're safe. Lucy.
Okay, so +5. That's gonna be a 22. Because I'm using Flash of Genius on myself.
Okay. As you try and reach out to the nightmare, to try and begin affecting her, Triamar, you hear its voice in your head. Who are you? You dare use my power?
I am you. I am Lucy. I was sent here.
Sent.
By Latanta. I was given permission to use your power.
She has no idea of a creature like you.
She clearly does, though. I forgot her accent for a second. She does, or how else would I be able to do this? And then I'll, just manifest a flame. But for the moment, I'm gonna pause time around the matriarch, so she's not hearing this or seeing this. I'm just gonna quickly be like, boop! Be like, how would I be able to do this? Juggles.
Nice.
An amusing illusion.
Thank you for the power. I appreciate it, and I assume it does not go without consequence. So, get on with it. What do you need? Yeah!
Something!
Biggest blue ball ever
Got it
today.
from nightmares! Holy shit!
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh.
That sounds like the balance of the universe, generic cast player.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Also, I quoted you from last week. Generic cast player was when he said first session, defend this village. 40th session, kill God. Final session, drink hot soup. Back to game though.
We are now on step 2.
So get on with it. What kind of consequence you gonna be after me for?
None.
He likes you.
But you
Yes, you say it. Yes, you say it.
But I won't give you my strength.
Why not?
Because I do not know who you are.
Well, I apologize, didn't mean to intrude, but this is really important business. We're trying to save the space-time continuum, yeah?
And
You're a part of that.
that is not my worry. That is the worry of another. Now be gone. Do not dare
Don't tell me
call
what to
on my
do.
power.
Alright, what if I do something for you, though? I assume you know the bard.
Oh no.
What if I kill him?
Are you trying to kill us all?
I
There-
can
there
do
is-
cyanide still. It's gonna be better.
There is no response.
I was just kidding. Come back. I don't know who knows who. I don't know.
Oh,
Alright.
there is no
Even when
response.
I'm not guilty, I'm made to be guilty.
Oh,
Actually, hold on. Send her to me. Actually, I have all the luck. I'll persuade her to do whatever the fuck we want.
It's
Yeah,
like
wait, may I
300
may
years
I
in the
roll a
future.
persuasion?
They're like, say 300 years in the future, go talk to the bard.
May I roll a persuasion?
cool.
Wait, I mean, clearly there's something that you need from me. What can I do for you? You're part of this world. I'm trying to help you. Oh, +0. That's great.
No, it's
That'll be an
the-
even 10, DM.
It's sorry, one sec. It's okay, Chaos. You're more than welcome to come in here to talk with us. But yeah, I'm glad you had a good time at least. League of Legends bullshit. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oof. I understand that.
Lol.
Oh, okay. That's why I did not understand a single word in that whole paragraph.
I did not
I was like,
understand
I know these
either.
words mean, but that could be Spanish. I don't know.
Yeah. But Lucy, did you see the
I'm
last
wearing
message?
too many belts for no reason at all. What?
Did you
Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, thank you. Again, thank you. My character is smarter than I am. Need to read a
No
book.
worries.
Okay, so or like go to college or something. Okay, so I'll be like, Trima, I just realized something. First of all, my name is Lucy. We are 300 years. Wait, I don't know. How far in the past are we right now? Are we 300 years?
Yeah, 300 years.
300
Yeah,
years,
about.
yeah.
We're 330 years in the past. That's why you don't know me.
Well, we're in the future, but you know.
No, we're in the past. Like, I'm in the past for me, but in the
Boogie,
future.
we're in the future. They're in the past.
Yeah.
And I know time is not exactly linear the way you see it, right? So, is there any way that you can kind of tap in and see that I am the avatar of you? I'm going back to save a tear in the space-time continuum that happens 300 years in the future.
All happens now, but
Are you still there? Well, no, but I'm in the past, so I'm saying it like happens in the future.
fair.
Tremar. Halatanta.
There is no response from either of them.
Fuck. All right. Well, if I try to manifest nightmare tentacles, does anything happen?
In your domain, as you think of them and you visualize them, they form. But they're clearly they're clearly more mental constructs that you've made in the past. These aren't the uber powerful ones that you've made before, with the actual essence of nightmare.
Okay. Let me look at this.
Meanwhile, as you're looking into this, you
I unfreeze matriarch so Sin can do her thing.
What? What just happened? You never told me who you were. Why I should believe a thing you say.
Like I said, I was sent here by a god that wished to save you, Senor. But this is what I find.
A god.
Oh, come now. Don't tell me you don't believe in them.
Oh, I do. But why should I care? It's their fault we're locked up down here.
And so you'll refuse any help from any such of them to ever be free? You'd rather rot down here?
I'm going to, every time doubt enters the matriarch's mind as Sin is speaking, I'm going to like use her word, like when she says you'd rather rot down here, I'm gonna have like a reflection show up of her like flesh rotting. Just like I'm gonna try to use Sin's words against the matriarch every time I feel there's doubt.
We'll find a way out. We've survived this long. Despite...
You didn't! Look at where we are! This is what I found. The entire castle is in ruins.
Sorry, I've got to quickly make a poll here.
Make a what
Okay,
now?
out of character really quick. Should we manifest like all of her followers betraying her, like no longer following her lead?
Mention that the new god is one of them.
Mention that you're one of them. And
What?
mention you're one of them, and you're one of the new gods. One of the drow.
Who's the knife kid?
Sorry, Chaos, I said
confused.
party instead of kid, but close enough. Right. So,
Hold on. I feel like Bard and Giga said two very different things.
Say basically mention that one of you will be one of the drow will become a new god.
Oh, one of the drow.
Yes,
Oh, that thing. Okay.
one of them. One of us.
Okay. Alright, you can
Okay.
continue more.
So I do that, I guess.
okay. So let me just get this straight again. You're manifesting her followers, sort of just betraying her, turning against her, right?
And you said to Giga, you said to put one of them as the god.
I think that was mentioned
No.
towards me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then yes, yeah, of her followers betraying her because of her poor decisions and her not listening to us right now.
She looks at the imagery that shows up and grinds her teeth. You're a very capable illusionist.
This
I'm
is
not
no
doing anything.
illusion.
So you both spoke at the same time there.
Go ahead.
Said she's not. Sin said she's not doing anything. I didn't hear what Lucy said.
Oh, I was just gonna say that this is no illusion. This is what happens. I'm showing you the future.
The future from the eyes of a dwarf.
Oh, this is just how you see in me. This is your illusion.
Remind me again. What was it you were trying to do? What were you using?
Wait, what? Me?
No, her.
Talking to the
Oh,
matron.
okay. Okay.
She taps a little at the sphere.
And why should I tell you?
Oh, I know. I'm trying to see if I can jog your memory.
I'm Star Wars Victorious, of course it is. She just sort of stares at you for a bit, crossing her arms.
Pronox Essen.
Oh,
Mention the card and stuff.
Insight.
no, she cut off, so it's like,
Oh, okay. Chronox Essence.
Insight.
go for it. There's a split second of recognition, but
Yeah.
very quickly this wall of general disgust and standoffishness is just brought right back up.
Do you think?
Oh.
Hmm?
I'm gonna shit, I'm small. I was gonna whisper, but like, how do I reach up there?
You're medium and also dreams. What? No, you're like 4 feet tall, not like tiny.
I lean towards her, put like my arm in front of my face, and whisper the knowledge that I just gained discreetly as to inform my companion and be useful in this encounter.
What did you think would happen if you tried to weaponize divine energy without so much as trying to test small bits of it? And time energy, no less. Come here. She's gonna drag down one of the bodies that are frozen in midair. So, throw them toward her. Do any of these look familiar to you?
I make it super dramatic. Sorry.
She looks down towards the bodies, raising a brow slightly.
From what I'm told, you were coming around, so... Honestly, my lord and I are not that mad at you specifically. But you could have stopped this. You mishandled the situation terribly. And now a dragon is all that's alive in your keep.
I manifest the dragon.
You manifest Sasha. She just sort of looks over to you. Where am I?
It's just like her image. It's just like her.
Yeah, no, I'm just
like,
messing
sitting
with you.
in the. I was like, oh fuck. Go back.
You manifest the image and suddenly Sasha appears in the flesh.
Shit.
I'm consciousness and things.
She casts summon dragon into the past through a time warp. What?
I am.
What's the name of the spell?
I am immortal.
Oh no.
Hey, you are the avatar of the goddess of dreams, so you know.
Very exciting.
Say again, Bob?
Part?
Okay. Am I low again?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
One sec, gotta pause the chaos somewhere else. Okay. She sort of just shakes her head a bit, and she moves over to the orb. I told them to wait.
Well, they didn't.
Clearly they didn't. But there is a slim chance that I could help you resolve this issue.
Speak.
I can send this vision to you. Hundreds of years in the past. Give you the knowledge of what you know.
Now who's toying with time, surface dweller?
Do the whole Messiah bit.
Give me a sec. My brain farted.
Oh no.
Smells like strawberries. I imagine brain farts smell like.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute myself. Are you wanting to Messiah right now, Sin? Because
It's like a Clippy pop-up. Hi, I see you're trying to be...
Hi, I'm the goddess of dreams. Are you trying to Messiah? I can help with that. That's fucking awesome.
Oh no.
I love it. I forgot about Clippy.
Deific Clippy.
This coffee has not helped.
It generally doesn't.
It's making me jittery AF.
It's somehow made me more tired.
Yeah, you suffer from the same thing my sister does.
Okay, let's see here. Wait, what was the last thing she said again? Who's toying with time, right?
Yeah, now who's toying with time, surface dweller.
What's he in the armor?
Someone who knows what they're doing.
Of course.
Someone who's trying to help fix the situation. But we need you to take action.
Wait, no.
What
do you want to say, Bard?
I'm going to take the word of a dwarf and some surface-dwelling armored woman.
She's a bit more than that.
Who just appear at random with these visions of destruction. You expect me to believe that?
You got very strong defenses up, I can see in your mind. That's why you're manifesting me as a dwarf. That's not who I am. What you see in her, it's not who she is. You need to let your defenses down.
I think not.
Alright, well, I mean, here's the thing.
Lucy?
Yes, that's me.
Roll me perception.
Perception, not persuasion.
No, perception.
Oh, good, I'm so wise. She says sarcastically. 17!
Okay, I'm gonna send you something.
Great. Open to. Nope. Floor Cheerio. I manifest thunder in the sound of keyboard typing.
Sorry.
Disgusting noise.
For a brief second, she can hear the meta.
Yeah.
Now you know what Bart's been going through.
Speaking of meta, if you guys can't persuade her, call Elidius or think of Elidius.
So do I see anything particular when I glance into that?
No.
Or I can just see that she's trying to use it.
You just see she's trying to.
I will happily. I will just. I'll stop what I'm doing and say. I see you're trying to dispel this. This is not a spell. This is not something that you can control. But if you'd like, I will allow you to utilize whatever you want. It's not going to help. We're trying to help. All of our lives are at stake. The universe is at stake. What is it you're trying to accomplish?
The universe is a steak. Steak.
The universe is a steak,
Okay.
and the stakes have never been higher. The universe cows are out there smoking weed, and I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't say that.
And it's
I don't
well
say-
done and slightly charred.
I just say it, but I do say that like the universe is at stake. I see you trying to access your powers. It's not gonna help. What will help is you take an action. Lower your defenses. See me for who I am. Can I insight to see if she lowers her? If she like has a moment of like, okay, maybe this is truth.
You can just feel. No, she's not willing. She's not moved. She's not anything. She's keeping a very solid wall up in her mind right now.
The walls in your mind that are put up are what's going to destroy these walls around you as the walls like crumble around her.
You're quite persistent.
You built your wrong.
For a dwarf.
Yeah, no fucking shit. I'm not a dwarf.
You could like not appear as a dwarf. Just saying.
Not
have, like-
anymore though. It's too late for me to not appear as a dwarf. So I'm trying to get her to lower her defenses, and as soon as I think that she does a little bit, I'm gonna flick her into something else. Is my plan. So
Go
she
for it.
understands that like, but I can't. She's not lowering her
Hold
defenses.
on. She's
Fair.
blatantly refusing.
I'm trying to convince her. Right.
Um,
Trying to convince her that she's manifesting me to look like this.
No, you're trying to gaslight her.
Yes.
uh,
Accurate.
Work, work.
I don't like that, actually, now that you say that. Fuck.
she'll look over to you again, Sin. Say you actually can. Let's say for the briefest moment of insanity that you're capable of this. Why? What's your goal? What do you get?
Free the dwarf, free the drow, save the people.
I accomplish my lord's goal.
Which is...
You'll have to ask him. But you know what? I think this is getting us nowhere. I think I'll do it anyway. There's only one shot. So. You won't believe me, as it is now. But allow me to make a few predictions. Soon, a drow will start causing trouble within one of the cities.
Which... Wait, is this the one that you're...
Just say one day. Do you like the proficient?
Yeah. One day
Which,
soon.
are you telling the one that's frozen right now, or...
No, I'm talking to the matriarch.
Yeah, like the current matriarch that's frozen, or are you gonna go further back and tell that?
I'm telling
Wait.
yeah. Like, isn't this going back? Like, how is this working? I thought we're
This
talking
is
to her.
this is the one that's frozen. You guys just
Yes.
poked that one.
Wait, which?
Wait, but then
Yes,
What?
it's like in time, dude.
Yeah, I
That's a-
thought
that's
they're talking to her 330 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
the time
not
bubble.
bad, not bad. Okay.
yeah, time bubble. That was the whole point of
Yeah,
this.
like I wasn't sure which one. If you were talking to the one that was like heading to the room and then got frozen there, in that instance.
This
No,
whole
no, no.
time we're talking, we went,
Mhm.
we're tech.
We went straight to the top.
Okay,
We're talking to her mentally in the past.
okay.
Mhm.
Right, sorry,
We
you
and
can
them.
continue.
soon from when you receive this, a drow will start to cause trouble. This drow is the vessel of the god that will save you. He will not be aware of his situation, and he will cause quite a lot of trouble, I'm told. You must not kill him. When he leaves, and he will, hundreds of years later he will return with companions, and he will be somewhat aware. But before that happens, your advisors, or whoever these are, she'll gesture towards one of the drow. You will have to get rid of these. Of course, as you already know, you'll come across Chronok's essence. You will try to weaponize it. It is not going to go well. Do not weaponize it. Leave it be. Because your entire interaction with that essence is your downfall. Leave it be for a couple 100 years. And when this drow and his companions, among whom I will be, return, we will hold the key to restoring the entire Underdark to the surface.
Guidance. If she has to make a roll.
Yeah, I'm too afraid to make a roll, but I probably
Guidance, flash of genius.
Everyone pray to their gods real quick.
Advantage as I assist.
Dear Satan.
Wait.
Satan's
I mean,
not there.
Lucy, technically you could give her... I mean, like, how do you assist? I don't know. Sure.
I give her guidance, so a D4, and a flash of genius, +5.
Fuck yeah.
And I use an action to assist.
What am I rolling?
Mort?
If I'm rolling.
Mort, you there? Earth to Mort?
You don't need to roll.
What?
That scares me even more, frankly.
No, you're just that charming that she's just not convinced.
Nope.
This paranoid bitch? Fuck no.
Is this like you don't need to roll good, or is this you don't not roll good bad?
Who is...
Which version?
Who is the upstart that will cause trouble?
Let me see if I can remember. You drow have ridiculously long names.
Are you gonna pull out his full name?
Hold on one second.
It's in the campaigns. It's in the campaigns. Like his character sheet.
His last name I do not recall.
Pronounce it most of the time.
His last name I do not recall.
Just think him into existence.
Would you like me to do that, Sin?
Yeah, I mean that's an option. You can just manifest the bard.
But I'm asking Sin to shave
Yeah.
if she wants me to do that.
Mm.
Do you want me to pull up his image?
Wait, I can cast the enhanced ability. Oh shit.
Oh. Either way. Yeah, she'll gesture to the side. He
I
looks something
will-
along these lines. And his name is, if I recall, Soraphazinir?
Lydius.
Bilidius, I remember that at least, since Your god is called Illidius. And he calls himself the Bard.
Like building blocks of Legos, like stack upon top.
Wait, does invoking Illidius's name like have an effect? Just in the ether. Pardon?
Go away, Deadpool.
Did you conjure up an image of Elidius, or like what of
Yes.
Elidius did you conjure up?
Just like the image of the bard from what I've seen of you.
Of just the bard.
Do you look different when you're Lydia's?
No. Yes, maybe,
No.
kind of, sort of.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
I
like
just-
Lego blocks, like stacking up. Oh yeah, it's the image.
The bard.
Yeah, as Lucy's conjuring Bard's image, Sin will channel a little magic into her hand. Almost like a signal to Lucy, just so it makes it seem like this is more of an illusion.
Oh, that I make it look. Yeah. This
Sin must do it, not Lucy, so that she doesn't suspect Lucy as the illusionist.
Oh, I see. Okay, I catch your drift. I'm intelligent. Of 20.
Sin does light, Lucy does the illusion.
Right. I'm just like standing by. I'm just here.
Male.
A male insurance. Sorry.
Stop. Oh.
And why do you care? You
Didn't she already, like,
spout
ask that?
all of these things. You're our savior. Come here to prevent this catastrophe. That this boy is a vessel for a god. You'll have to excuse me for not believing a surface dweller on her word.
I think what Sin's trying to do, or no, I won't say your name, I won't say Sin. I'll say I think what she's trying to tell you is that this man is going to cause chaos and then save you. And that way, when it actually happens, you might believe us and do something about this time issue. You'll see it's actually happening and hopefully then you'll believe us, yeah?
I think you've wasted enough of my time.
There's no persuasion rolls?
No, there's
Can
a
I roll
reason.
history? Or like a arcana? Recall all exact like inventions or discoveries that happened like chronologically around the time that we're speaking to her now, like her mindset.
This is the drow, though. How would you know?
Maybe me and Kate have some late night talks.
Well,
You know, neither of us sleep. We're always on post together.
I'd say you're going to be rolling at a disadvantage, and it's going to be very tough. Because this is drow, so...
Drow don't pay attention to outside world,
No.
especially
They
dwarves.
literally
that
live under a rock.
are... Okay.
They view dwarves as lesser and generally want to kill them. So...
So they wouldn't pay attention if someone invented a golem that could kill drow in a pinch.
They have golems that can kill other races fairly easily. The Drow are a hyper-advanced race, dude.
I don't care about drow. I'm saying if dwarves invented something like that.
They wouldn't
Yeah.
care.
Well, actually, no, they would. They'd be very concerned if the dwarves had, like, suddenly a drow buster.
Drow buster. Who you gonna call?
Who you gonna call? Yeah, thanks.
buster!
What am I rolling?
Call that.
You can roll history at a disadvantage.
What about Arcana? Because drow are all about magic.
You can still roll.
History or Arcana?
Either one. If you're going
Either
for a
one.
more general events thing, then it's history. For more magic focused, it's going to be Arcana.
Disadvantage?
For anything that would interest the Drow or generally affect them, yeah.
Okay, thanks for the assist. Totally, yeah.
Sorry, what?
Pay attention!
Sorry, I'm sorry. Work was texting
dude.
me.
She was eating. God damn it.
You
I
think
should've
of a
checked
lot of
that.
things that's happened. You think of a lot of various things, but maybe it's because you don't have the databases anymore. Maybe it's something. Sorry. Hello, Beanie. How is that? Boiler? Boil?
Any boy.
Boiler. Thanks for the raid, dude.
Love
raid
it.
of 3. Damn, a Beanie raid.
What up?
Thank you everyone for coming in. I hope that you're all having a fantastic time. Just shout out Beanie over here.
Or a cheerio.
Beanie.
Wait, I don't.
Oh, Beanie Boy Lou. Yeah, so I was right. Sweet. Shady part of me. Okay, cool. Hello, Zombie Cookie. Right. Anyways, sorry.
Wait. I know how to salvage this. I know exact location where the royal records are kept.
Oh shit, yeah, he does.
I know what sort of spells are there. I know what sort of spirits are protecting what sort of destructive spells because I tried to steal the fucking things.
Yeah.
Hey, dude. Hope you're well.
I'm just gonna
going through.
tell her all of that in high detail and just say, lass, I know that. We know that. Better believe it,
Okay.
or nobody will survive this.
Hope you're doing well. Campaign going through. This is a custom campaign, Beanie. Generally, I've given my players god powers right now. I'm not even joking.
Well, kind of.
I've given a bunch of them god powers, and yeah, I've had to escalate the engagements and general bullshit from generic D&D dungeon raiding and killing dragons and just generally being good adventurers to, oh god, the end of the world.
Yeah, we're using a book called God's Fall, which is like this like thing you can get on like drive-through RPG and stuff like that. And it's just you give your players pick a class, then they pick a god that like gives them powers, and then they got god powers and they can do the stupidest shit for free, constantly, all the time.
Speaking of which, can I call upon Triamar, like in a pleading manner?
Yeah.
I do that.
Kick. As you list all the details, her eyes do go a bit wider, but then there's just anger. Get out.
When presented with evidence, people dig their heels in further into their own beliefs. How do we change that? Trying to figure out how to change your mind, and I'm like realizing that I don't think we can. Lydia's.
Then we'll just be like, we've given you information. We're giving you this one singular chance.
Intimidation. Something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Now. While I still
At a lo-
am in a good mood.
This is you in a good mood? This is you in a good mood? Don't say that. But does Triamar answer? Because my hope is, if and when we decide to leave, we can manifest just like a shockingly terrifying nightmare to like wake her up. Something to rattle
Do you
her bones.
propose this to Trioma?
Yes.
She shows up.
Now is your time to show off what you've got.
There's this twisted smile that just sort of goes much further than how the face can really go. And the entire area begins to twist and warp. And she just tells you all to leave if you want your sanity.
I get excited and then I kick and sin and warp us out of there.
Oh.
As she touches me, make your decisions very wisely. And then poof.
Okay. I do have to shoot off quickly. Thanks for the live stream, blah, 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 blah. Thank you for showing up, Beanie.
Thanks for the raid.
You're more than welcome to pop in at any point, dude. I do appreciate the raid. I hope that you have a lovely evening further. Yeah.
As we wake up, my eyes are fully black.
I'm sorry, but can I intervene a bit?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to
sorry.
be polite.
Yeah?
Well, I wanted to say, before everything of the tree mark and whatever happened, is when we started to leave, is basically... Choose wisely, lassie. Wake up. Or otherwise, you'll have to smell the ashes.
Yeah, okay, swap Sin's thing for his.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, my bad. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Okay. So, as you're all leaving, you do hear this sudden panic shriek from her before you all wake up.
Awesome. Well, I think
Got
I
us a
went about as well
bad
as it
news.
could have. Oh my god, I still have the accent. That's weird.
All systems functional. Oh.
That's sad. Oh. Oh no. Okay. I see Bod trying to speak but stopping. Okay, so all of you. No, he's
everything's
not,
fine, Sin. Everything's fine. He just Bard's turned into a mime.
Yeah, he's turned into a mime. It's okay, Lucy. Yeah, all of you wake up again, and this thing curious happened. Whoa.
Oh no.
Yep, there she goes.
Nothing's fine.
Oh wait, there she's back.
Nothing's working today.
If it
Sarah.
went off for cut Nitro, she'd be married a long time ago.
Oh no.
No, we're back. We good.
Is everything okay?
Yep.
Okay.
It just, you guys all froze. I couldn't see or hear you.
Okay. But yeah, so all of you wake up again. You're all back in that room. Sasha is just sort of looking over the lot of you, still giving the occasional concerned glance over to Bard. And something else. All of you see that the ice on the walls is rapidly melting away.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Bard okay? Does he need a
Yeah,
hug?
what's happened?
My mic is acting weird. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, the ice is rapidly melting off of the walls, and there's this sudden, almost like a pop, this rush of strange, bizarre, multicolored light that just seems to wash over all of you. And you find yourselves in the courtyard. Multiple drow are here. Many of them have their weapons raised, but it doesn't seem like they're aimed towards you. It seems like they're holding them up in some sort of an honorary salute.
I looked over it then. Good
Sin,
job.
take a bow.
Wait, I kneel to Sen immediately. Drop a knee to Sen.
Boogie
Same.
sees Bard do that and does the same.
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 I have a question. What sort of surface are we on? Like tiles, rocks, cobbles?
This seems to be a very finely polished granite floor.
Okay, what's the granite floor AC? As I smash into it with my knee.
Okay.
My rhymes are sick, my beats are deadly, my spells are out of slots. Didn't rhyme, shit.
As you smash into it, there's this very, very sudden rush of, it looks almost like a bluish purple light that goes across the surface. And it's almost like your knee isn't fully connecting to the floor.
Okay.
I'd throw a magnet.
What else is going on around us?
Say again, Paul?
What else is going on around us?
Yeah, my bad. My brain is sort of all over the place right now. You hear it's almost like cheering in the distance. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's definitely there. And more than a few paladins are standing at the main entrance, almost waiting for all of you to come inside. The doors are open wide. There's a large carpet that's been thrown out and everything.
Before Sin does anything, she thinks real hard. Does she have any memories from this new timeline? Or is it just kinda empty?
Ooh.
Oh yeah, if our snip memories, how's this worked?
As
It's like flashpoint.
Yeah.
As you're trying to think back, there's this pounding headache comes across you for a moment, and you recall something about the city gods. They welcomed you here. It's very difficult. The more you try and think back, the more this migraine seems to just amplify to block it. Eventually, one of the paladins does come over. Ma'am, is everything all right? You all stopped. Is there a problem?
I look up at Synod and smile. My lady, your people await you.
Fucking timelines. Get up, you lot. Let's keep going.
Boogie gets up and follows suit behind Sin.
Same.
Basically taking a bodyguard pose.
You're all very quickly led into the throne room. It is opulent. A lot of the damage here is gone. Some of the areas here seem even more impressive now than the last time you were here. And
I want to cast on myself enhance ability, and I'm casting it, upcasting it by a thing, so I'm gonna have advantage on all my wisdom checks and all my intellect checks.
Okay.
What I want to do is, as moment as I enter, because I'm wearing the exact same, well, but bigger greatcoat, I want to see and gauge the reaction of the matriarch.
Okay. So I'm just gonna give the generic, then I'll give your specific one. Okay.
Guide it. Oh, maybe I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Oh, what the fuck did that click?
Temporary
The
HP.
description of the spell.
You all enter the throne room. As it is massive, opulent, looks pretty, yada yada yada. And sitting on the throne is the matron. She's got a very wide smile as she looks at a lot of you. It almost looks like a satisfaction on her face. Kick. She's relieved. She's very happy at this moment, but she's relieved for the most part. And a bit worried. She very quickly orders the rest of the drow to leave the throne room before having the doors closed.
I just rolled because I got advantage. I want to do advantage stuff, okay?
No worries.
I got big numbers. I want big numbers.
Yeah.
Big number make monkey brain happies.
Yes.
As she orders the others to leave, there's a bit of confusion, but they don't really argue. She, however, seems a bit too comfortable right now. Regardless, when the doors are locked, she lets out a heavy sigh. Well, I guess I owe you an apology.
You were wise in the end. That is all that matters.
Yes, well, the boy was interesting. I think I would have preferred less chaos in my cities.
Some job just has to get done.
Sorry, Bod, you were saying?
Sometimes the job just has to get done.
Yes, well.
And I bow as dramatically as I always do.
I hide because I am, in fact, a dwarf. I tried to gaslight her into thinking I wasn't.
Wait, but that raises the
I'm-
question. Would you have cast illusion on yourself?
You didn't really have time. You all just sort
Yeah.
of appeared in the courtyard.
Oh, fuck. I appear in the courtyard, I see her, and I go, fuck.
Your compatriot can come out of hiding. She is special pardon. Though it is still preferred she keeps a low profile.
Well, my lord, the timeline has been fixed. She looks to Bard.
Where's... Oh, Kronok. Come here.
As you say that, he seems to just walk out from behind the throne.
My boy,
Did you
we
stop
did it.
breathing?
Say again,
Is
Kip?
is the matriarch still moving, breathing,
Yeah.
looking around?
Yeah.
Just making sure time hasn't stopped.
I look at Kronok. Is it done?
Yes. It seems the matriarch has had a very interesting vision when she was much younger.
You're welcome there, kiddo.
However, I have a question. He snaps his finger and immediately she freezes. You confuse me. You make me and my brother to handle your issues, and then you just up and vanish, only to return later to fix problems. It's almost as though you care more about this little rat called time than you do us.
My actions and plans are beyond the current understanding.
Actions, plans. I noticed a very important word was lacking there. Very well.
Much more. I don't know exactly what word to put to it. Complicated, large, entangled, than you or most of the pantheons in this tiny little dot floating amongst innumerable other galaxies, universes, dimensions, however you want to call them. Much larger game at play.
Yes. Well, this is your victory. I won't intrude. And he snaps his finger again. Very quickly, time seems to just resume, but he just disappears.
Oh. What was that about?
What was what? I ain't know. I don't know what's going on.
Bard looks at Sun. So, what's next, my lady?
Yes, I was wondering that as well. You've prevented a catastrophe.
To Kittyland.
Have we rallied the cities?
Well, they are unified in one way or another.
Well, I think it's time to let them know about the good word, the good news.
Gosh dang it.
A promise.
Are we
was
canceling
made.
all the taxes? That was out of character, to be clear.
The real good news of the Bible.
Well, that's Bard's good news generally.
She seems to be generally ignoring Bard and the others and looking straight at you, Sam.
A promise was made. A promise will be kept. I only hope you will repay them properly.
Well, saved me. You generally seem to have good intent, so I will do my best. Though I am curious.
Oh,
Why? Really?
where am I?
Chaos Crew.
Fireworks in the back.
Now you could use the card and do the same.
Manifest fireworks. I don't. We have to be sleeping.
Why'd you just make like a dream bubble? It'd like bend reality. That's how we did the whole time bubble thing anyways.
I think I can do something like, but no, this is not. I was just playing along with the fireworks.
What the?
What?
Is Discord dying for anyone else?
No.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all.
Okay.
Yeah.
My pretzel
Whoa,
just
Bard
completely
looks like cool
reinstalled.
8-bit Mario thing.
I thought it was because it was plugged in.
It's very weird because I see you all clearly on my end. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Mr. Roboto.
The only part that came in for me was Roboto.
Same.
I've got a Spanish/Portuguese version of that.
Anyway, so
Muito
you were-
obrigado,
Roberto.
Senor Roberto.
You guys were saying?
Roberto!
See?
Right, I'm but a humble paladin on a mission.
I'm on a mission from gods. She's a soul man.
And just start playing that in the background.
Xena, the princess warrior. Or warrior princess.
Very well.
I want to always be playing in like really cool theme music, like Wonder Woman's theme.
Yeah.
She'll reach into her pocket and pull out the black card. Twirl it around her fingers for a bit.
Before she does anything,
Do it.
I just
Yeah.
want
No.
to.
No, she's not gonna do it right there.
You
They
can
have to go to
only
the
do
library
it in
for
the
that.
library, yeah.
Yeah, they have to go to
We've
the
also got
library.
like 3 other things we want to do first.
Yeah.
Wait, why do we have to do it in the library?
That's where
Because-
the seal is or something.
Going on an adventure is not very hard when you have a library card.
Reading Rainbow. Okay.
Just do the twirly thing, whatever. Right? I'll wait my turn.
No, what do you want to do? Because
wanted
frankly,
to
my
say,
brain is dying again.
Okay.
I think I fucked this up again.
Kick hasn't stopped watching her face and just scanning her whole posture and just racking in those notes of her current state of mental, emotional, and whatever. And as she pulls out the black card and starts to twirl it around, Kick just exclaims in his usual robotic voice, "You have woken up. You may yet not have to smell the ashes."
Nice.
Oh shit!
Call back.
Following through on the threat.
That's great.
And I'm wearing the same greatcoat or whatever I'm wearing, so
Yeah.
it should hit her home real.
She visibly tightens her grip on one of the arms on her throat, and those words clearly anger her, but just forces a smile.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real.
That's how I know she's on our side. Otherwise, she would have lashed out, most likely.
Probably.
She'll just be like, "Come now, Kick. The problem's been resolved."
Yeah, man. Seems you guys did a fantastic job.
Wake up, samurai.
We've got a kitty land to burn.
Sure. Before we even get land.
Yeah.
Wait, don't you have like the card or something?
If you guys would like to go like take a nap since you guys used all your stuff, I can go ensure the cities are dealt with. With, of course, the help of Madame Senefe.
Perhaps. The clashing of the two timelines seem to have had a bit of an adverse effect.
Really, I feel great.
Operating at suboptimal efficiency. Rest is advised.
What's Barthus doing?
I'm fine.
I was always vibing in the back.
Okay.
SpongeBob music.
Turns to Sin and goes, "With your leave, I will go and get the materials we need for the next step in our plan."
Yo. Like every time we just cut over to Barthus just vibing, it's just SpongeBob music. Dun, 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 dun.
300 years later.
Good night, Kitty. Thank you for popping in. Hope that you enjoyed.
Bye, Kitty.
Bye, kitty.
Why did Kitty burn its own kitty land?
To get to the other
she's
side.
on fire and she has a gun.
Oh.
So,
Barthus is still looking expectantly at Sin.
yeah.
Oh yeah. I think so. With your leave, we shall take a rest. Things need to be checked thoroughly. Well, the immediate crisis has been averted. We need to make sure.
Of course. I shall have a servant escort you to your chambers.
Sin's eye twitches.
She just lets out a very sharp whistle, and very quickly a few servants come out and head toward each of you.
Before then, can Sin roll an insight to see what mindset she's in? See what she's thinking, because she doesn't trust this anymore.
Go for it.
I'm always.
I want to check if any of the servants are irregulars.
Sure. Bod, roll me.
Perception.
Yeah, roll me a perception. She's clearly angered by Kick and is contemplating tearing her apart, but in general, she's relieved. Meanwhile, Bob, you do spot that most of these servants are irregulars.
Specifically the ones on who aren't.
The ones who aren't is the one that went towards you, and the one that went towards Boogie.
Alright, we can... That's fine. I do my hand signal to the others that the plan proceeds as usual.
Ignore that roll, please. I'm stupid.
Sin stares for a moment, a little bit too uncomfortably, before
I
she
look
leaves
at,
the servants.
I look at Sin and like wink so she knows everything's okay before we walk out.
She leaves with the servants.
Okay. You're all very quickly led to very large, very magnificent looking rooms. The servants staying there, mostly doing the generic. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Sure, quick to collect it. All of the rooms are empty. There's no one else here aside from you and the servant and the general luxurious furniture.
Are we resting?
Yeah, we're gonna do a long rest.
It's up to you
Conserve
guys.
a long rest.
Great. I ask Latanta to
I'm
give
just
everyone
gonna-
the most pleasant of dreams, particular to each of their tastes.
I'm gonna do a nice divinity check just to make sure there's no supremely shady shit going on around us.
You have a very hard time. As you're looking around, this area is this entire building and most of the courtyard seems flooded with Chronox essence. But aside from that, you see one spot close to the bed chambers that is just radiating immense creation magic. But it seems to be fading quickly. And nothing else is really here. Nothing divine-wise.
Question.
Yes?
Sin takes off her helmet and looks in a mirror. Still the vampire shenanigans.
The other image just sort of smiles back at you.
Damn it.
It would be wise to ignore that.
Wait, who said that?
Yeah, what?
As you turn around, you do see a very familiar vampire standing on the balcony.
Fuck.
Is Boogie there with her?
You're in a different room, but you can come over if you want.
Yeah, Boogie comes over to check out Sid. But yeah, continue the thing and let me know when Boogie's there.
Yeah. The servant is very quick to escort Boogie, like pointing him in the right direction, etc.
Where's the servant that was in Sin's room?
He is in the corner. It seems like he's been knocked out. Oh, don't worry. I don't particularly intend to hurt you. I'm mostly
Not what I'm concerned
surprised.
about. Sorry?
No, you first.
Not what I'm concerned about.
And what would that be?
Sin tries to see if she remembers anything of this timeline about him. If it was similar at all.
Are you gonna try and push through the blinding migraine?
She's gonna push a little, but not all the way. She just wants to see if anything that she
seems-
does remember, if it's similar at all.
It
If they
seems
went to
mostly
that place or not.
similar. It looks like he took a bite out of her much earlier, but it's mostly the same.
Question mark much earlier?
Instead of at the other city, he was able to draw Sin away during the chaos of a certain fight, and he had a talk and a bite there, away from the rest of the group.
She'll just cross her arms and stare at him.
It's a very, very soft chuckle. Well, for a dead woman.
As far as I can tell, I'm not dead.
Maybe not yet, but given time, you and your compatriots, very curious bunch.
You don't know the half of it.
You're right, don't. But I would like to. As he says this, though, Boogie, the serpent that was escorting you, opens the door and you see the vampire just standing on the balcony.
I recognize the vampire, right?
Oh yeah.
Cool, I grab him.
He immediately jumps
I
back.
rage as a bonus action, and I grab him.
Okay.
Advantage on grapple.
Roll me
I have
athletics to
natural
try.
advantage on grapple.
Roll me
Yeah, you have
athletics
to
to try
charge
and
across the
rush
room.
towards him.
25.
Okay. So you're able to rush towards him as he jumps or.
By the way,
reaches
I have
forward.
4 of these.
Yeah. You reach forward as he jumps back and you grab his chest, pulling him towards you into a grapple.
I start strangling him immediately. He starts suffocating. What's his constitution?
He's a vampire. He doesn't need to breathe, Boogie.
He's not suffocating.
He's in rage mode. He's not thinking logically. Reckless attack.
I'll get back to you on that, Whip. Let me see here. I don't.
Unless Sin is right, like if he doesn't need to breathe,
I mean,
then he's
he is
fine.
undead, so
Undead doesn't necessarily mean doesn't need to breathe.
Nope. Our stat sheet, they don't need to breathe.
Then he's fine. But
Okay,
Boogie
so it's
is
like-
gonna wail on him.
you're choking him and you're punching him, and he's like one arm on your shoulder. What are you doing?
Boogie just punches him 3 times, like fucking strong as. I know it's in cutscene mode, so I'm not even gonna roll damage. But I would roll a fuck ton of damage and like, what
yeah.
did you do to Sin? And he's still like smashing the dude's head on the fucking on the side of the balcony, just like smashing the brickwork in, like in pure rage. I'm gonna kill you, you bastard, you thunder. It's like he's literally just like ragdolling this vampire. You know, like by the throat. You know the Loki Thor scene? That.
Does my magic check pick up Boogie? Because I should notice him.
Oh yeah,
in
you
his-
see the others, but like I said, they're a lot less impressive as
When I
actual
see
gods.
When I see Boogie using his strength, I go running down the hall to make sure everything's okay.
It doesn't take you very long. You arrive and you see the vampire as he's being ragdolled around.
It's the Loki. It's like, I have an army. We have a Hulk.
Who the fuck is this guy?
The vampire that bits in. Just Boogie smashes him into the floor again.
Boogie! Come on. I get you're angry, but you could at least spare the room.
Right.
Hold him down. Hold him down.
Boogie's like got him by the throat, like hanging him off the balcony.
Wow, the room,
I'm
all
gonna
things.
put my knife right at his heart. Does that work as a stake? No. What can I use as a stake? I'm gonna break off the leg of a table.
The universe is the stake.
Wow!
Tavern brawler, improvised weapon.
Okay. So
I
you
mean, it would do the damage of dagger.
Oh wow. Okay. So you very quickly bring a stake over, and his eyes do actually open wide as fear does come out.
Fun fact, that doesn't kill him, it does paralyze him though.
Yeah.
Don't fucking move.
I was having a very civil conversation before your lumbering brute decided to get involved.
Say that again. Boogie smashes him into the ground like 3 more times.
Hold him down. Hold.
That's gonna happen in the morning.
If you,
The-
Right now.
one thing that Boogie you do very clearly see as you're smashing him around, all these bruises, all these cuts, and just general impacts, they are very
Start
clearly healing right in front of your eyes.
that makes Boogie very angry.
Okay, calm.
More angry.
Boogie, he lets him speak, but basically in the quote-unquote initiative thing, Boogie just keeps his rage going by smack clucking this guy in the face as long as he keeps talking shit. He lets him speak, but the second he speaks too much, Boogie just goes wah, crack across the jaw, breaks the dude's jaw heals back, keeps talking.
Well, would you call your lapdog off?
I ain't letting go of y'all. Say what y'all want, and then I'm shoving a tree through your chest as a stake.
Say.
I'm gonna be honest, man. He'll bring a lot more pain than I'm threatening.
I noticed as much.
Why did you come back?
Curiosity, most part. I was wondering how far along you were.
Well,
How far along?
considering
How far along it would? Say your thing, Sid. Sorry, I just lag.
Damn it, I forgot already. You go on.
You were saying considering. I was just saying how far along and how far along in what Boogie was asking.
Like,
In becoming a vampire. Yeah, because at first I was like, wait, are you pregnant?
No.
One sec, I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
be right back.
whoa! I was like, oh
okay,
fuck,
yo.
when did this happen? How long was I gone? But I
Look,
see
no.
it. I get it. I remember.
Sin will walk over closer. Considering what little I remember of this timeline, I don't think much has changed. She'll stare at him with one black eye, one white eye. Though it does feel a little bit strange, I suppose. You're really bad at sneaking up on people, aren't you?
Mort got up for a second.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, he got up. I was like,
I can't
this
like
is
cheat
awkward.
on
Okay,
here,
I'm
so,
back.
yeah.
Sorry.
I just clicked over onto the stream and saw his chair was empty.
Yeah, sorry. I had to go there. Right, I'm back. What did I miss?
what did you last hear?
Generally Boogie beating the crap out of my poor vampire.
So
And
now
him
telling you about
also-
progress
and
in vampires.
Yeah, the last thing that I heard was that he said, like, he's wondering how far along you were.
Alright, basically she just walked over to him. If he's lying kind of on the floor, then she'll kneel down.
He's being pinned down with a stake to his heart.
He looked at the stake for a bit, raising a brow slightly. You know that's not gonna kill.
No, but it will slow you down long enough for me to blast you into fucking smithereens. I do my whole purpley astral thing around you, just very lightly. No, it's more of an illusion. Sorry, I'm not pulling out a whole lot of astral power.
Yeah, no, everything still kind of hurts when you try and tap the astral, but your body is feeling a lot better right now.
No touchy, no touchy, touchy.
Yes, please go right ahead. Blast me apart. Just
Boogie, hit him.
Boogie just smashes his face into the ground.
smash, smash, smash.
Listen, if the matriarch asks what happened here, you two are telling her.
Right.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, like if he doesn't give you any useful information, looks out towards the Underdark. Where can I find a tree? I'll make good on my threats.
You look for a mushroom.
Oh, I'll dig my way to the surface if I have to.
Stay
You
calm
know-
and answer this goddamn question.
What was the question?
Of all of us, why did you pick me? And why so suddenly? In the Underdark. How did you even get here?
I've had a lot of time. You took a few interesting little contracts. Besides, following you here isn't exactly that difficult.
Contracts
just-
with whom?
Sorry, say again?
Contracts with whom?
Now that I can't tell you. You're not ready yet.
Like hell she ain't.
Ready.
Ready for what?
You're still technically alive. So you aren't ready yet.
Y'all know that
She
like
sighs very deeply.
y'all know we ain't gonna like let her become a vampire, right?
Unless she chooses to.
Yeah, out of character, I really like when this first happened. Whip
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like, listen, you do you pick what you want, but like, you good?
Honestly though, like if Boogie helps her kill him and like he turned her instead of becoming vampire spawn, she becomes full vampire and takes over his whole shtick.
Hmm.
That's how it works. I think. That's how it usually works if you kill like a head vampire or a vampire in front of you. Usually
Yeah.
like if there's a vampire above him, your servitude goes towards that one. But if you don't know who he is, you're kind of like there's this ticking time bomb of someone bigger than you who can just control you somewhere out there in the universe that just exists, and there's like not real much you can do about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But
She's gonna stare at him for a while. We met you in the Plague Lands. You're plague-ridden, aren't you?
It's just like you.
What do you mean? Do you mean now or before?
Sorry, say again?
What do you mean, now or before?
Before. You still have it. I can smell it.
Not possible. If I had the Godsblade, I'd be dying. Hell, I'd probably be dead by now.
Don't know what to tell you. You're carrying it.
That
has
shouldn't
me very intrigued.
Oh, is that why you're here?
Well, that. And I came to check up on you.
dude, I
Well?
had this weird deja vu moment.
Yes. I was wondering if you could press your friends. Did wake you too early?
Oops.
Look,
What?
I don't know what your whole game is over here, but honestly, like I said, I'm gonna make good on my threat. Stop talking vague, start giving her answers, or else. Boogie clocks him again. Let's see.
Let me see something.
Yeah, he.
It may not do damage, but the pain is very real.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm just waiting for one wrong move. One wrong move, motherfucker. No reason.
okay. So you knock it a few more times. He just groans in pain before turning his head slightly. You never lied here. You are carrying it. And you can't stop the change. You can't undo it. Given time, you will be one of us. You made that choice. Now live with
Nope.
it.
I don't think she made a choice, right? Wait, right? You didn't make a choice, right?
Oh, she did.
Weren't you like
And-
enthralled? Like, wasn't she like enthralled, like literally charmed? So like,
Yeah. But the thing is,
Does it
it's
count?
Still,
What do you mean?
It's still her choice.
that's some fey bullshit. That is some fey bullshit. Fuck you.
But yeah, he begins to
That's
laugh.
so creepy.
He begins to
After
laugh
this stream
before.
ends, I'm gonna tell you something, just so you know. According, like, this comment is going to be related to this line of thinking.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say it on stream.
Yeah, but no. He begins to laugh, and his body very quickly begins to warp before almost seeming to pop into a cloud of mist.
No. Could I not have could we not have staked him before he
Is-
does that? Fuck.
You're welcome to try.
Stab the water.
Bard
What can I have staked him before he fully
Roll
rolls a
attack.
hit.
Trap some of
Roll
the
attack.
mist.
It's an improvised weapon, so I
Okay.
guess like a club or something.
It would be my tavern brawler
Yeah.
strike. Yeah.
Yeah, so the DM decides the damage, but it's like to hit is like I think either strength or dex depends or your weapon.
Yo, today was just. I'm sorry I took all the luck today, Sin.
Jeez.
Natural 20.
Nice.
The other way, but I'm fucking rolling nat 20s all night.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, we got through this alive, I guess. Or, well, we're alive for now.
Okay. So
Holy heart.
Fuck.
his body begins to warp and change, but seeing this bolt, you react almost immediately, driving that stake in. And he lets out this faint grunt, and his whole body goes stiff.
Noise.
Sin, hit him, kill him. I don't know what you want to do with him, but like, we're only gonna have him here for a second.
How long does the stake hold him for?
I don't know.
Boogie
I
goes
don't-
over.
This thing, not
You
mine.
want to know the problem here? I'm looking at it. The paralysis is technically only if you hit him in his resting place.
Yep. Yep,
Oh.
I was wondering about that.
I don't know.
Okay, well, it's more like then I just hurt him.
Yeah. Now you got a nat 20, so
Can I at least have like my full attack flurry of blows, that amount of damage?
go for it. He's completely incapacitated right now, and
I mean, I have advantage anyways. It's
Yeah.
before, so like, I'm just gonna roll 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me how many of those hit.
all of them hit because he can't
I
dodge.
declare a thumb more.
Holy shit. No, but what's his AC? That's the thing.
His AC is 16.
Oh, yeah, no, all of them hit, because my
Yeah,
lowest was 18.
regardless, all of them hit, but like I said, he's stun locked right now, essentially.
Trying to figure out what I can do to him to keep him here. I can cast no illusion
And then
on
just
him.
roll.
It's been here so long. Yo, I'm not built for this guy. Parthas, where are you? You're my partner.
Wait, what?
Okay,
Oh,
while you're,
I said
you're
roll
rolling,
thrice.
Technically, it could be back.
while you're rolling all of this, Barfish, let me
Uh-huh.
just take care of this thing with you.
I don't have anything I can do.
And
I
I'm
can
marking
wrap
off
him
the
in-
key
Um,
for all of this.
you know what? I'll let you do that. I'll let you do that with relative ease. It is a bit hard to collect the materials, but
Where's all the damage, like, being... I rolled all that damage. What's...
that is the damage. 11,
What?
9, 12.
Ah,
11.
yeah.
Yeah, so that is what?
Damage.
20, 30,
That's-
43.
Yep.
Okay. You begin to bludgeon him rather harshly.
And then he turns into dust and fucking flies away.
Sin has a chance to do something before he
Smite the bitch! Smite the bitch!
I'm contemplating it. Hold on. My brain is not working. Fuck it, how curious is she? Well. Wait, so what's happening here? Bard staked him. Bully beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, he's technically still stunned. You get one turn to pretty much do whatever before he poofs away.
Sin just stands there.
Gosh, damn it.
Okay, you just stand there watching him, and eventually, Bard, with the stake still in his chest, he begins to relax. His body, instead of this very stiff, almost statuesque appearance, stands, and the multiple bludgeoned wounds from Boogie's fist, he visibly relaxes. That's something I haven't felt in a long time. You can
You
keep
really
that.
pick your. You really pick your timing terribly.
Practically an eternity.
Not for much longer if you keep this shit up.
You don't know what eternity is.
You made this choice. You can't run from it. And now he's going to poop away. As his whole body just disperses into a cloud of mist and rushes out the window.
I'm gonna keep this steak. A good steak.
Next time I see this asshole, I'm shoving a tree through his chest and pummeling him into actual dust.
Look, I look at Sin. What choice is he talking about? What choice did you have to make?
Let's just say he made me realize a little bit of something.
Well, I trust you. I have your back.
Same, but like, I don't like him. And again, next time I see him, I'm putting a tree through his chest.
We'll see what happens, but I do agree. He's gonna die eventually. Not yet, not just yet. But he'll die.
As you guys are talking, the door bursts open and two individuals come in. One of them looks like this heavily armored paladin, and another one looks like some sort of a spellcaster.
Security here is awful.
What happened here?
There was a vampire, and we smashed him to pieces. Sorry about like the whole courtyard. I'll like help fix that and all that.
We've been here for 30 seconds and we've already get attacked. What are you standing around for? I want people in the courtyard. I want the city being searched.
It's already being searched.
Why are you still standing in front of me? Get going.
We were sent here to watch over you. Ensure
Whoa,
there wasn't any
great.
further issues.
It's a little late.
Sin raises her hands. Hush, hush. It's over. One of you go inform the matriarch that unfortunately, due to unforeseen vampires,
Again.
one of the rooms is unfortunately damaged.
Suddenly, vampires.
Yes, ma'am. They very quickly rush off.
Good thing I didn't start unpacking. Do you guys remember anything of this timeline? I can't seem to remember anything.
I don't. I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm like on the outside of like the whole change of events thing.
I mean, I remember the whole. When this place was a wreck. The whole fiasco in the library.
Boogie gives his version of the thing, whatever version that may be. More to you decide. So does Boogie remember everything Sin remembers, or a different?
Yeah, all of you remember the same thing that Sin remembers. It's just you can focus and try and endure the massive migraine that's going to block you from accessing the memories in the new timeline.
Fuck it, Boogie will try it. What do I roll?
Roll me wisdom.
Save or
Save.
okay.
Bard just sighs and rubs his head. I've been calling on
13.
Elias a little too much. The timelines are kind of all coming in. I can't tell which one this may or may not be, or what anything is very well.
Is everything just gonna crash into like a Spider-Verse?
Boogie,
No, Bard
Again.
remembering more.
a lot like Sin, you're getting that massive, sudden, bombarding headache that just completely knocks your thoughts around. Eventually, though, you're able to get a clear image of you were in the library and there was something. You remember Driders, but they didn't attack. They stood their ground at a door of some kind. It's very difficult. The more you try and grasp onto this, the more this headache just tries to push you out.
Boogie, what's it? Lets everyone know that, basically.
I mean, getting much of the same. From what I can tell, I was bit earlier during I don't know what fight. I suppose it doesn't matter. What's the plan again, before we fuck this up again?
The long list or the short list? We need to go get the other cities in line, and we probably want to talk to Irodina and do a couple of other things before we get our people up top.
Right.
And then it's we might want to also deal with the serpent right before we go up top. I know that remains to be decided.
Wrong, yes.
Fine, what did we need the draw for again? I recall you adamantly wishing me to be queen here, but I don't recall what for. Besides having an army that I don't see much of the point for.
Well, we need that army to possibly go take out Kittyland.
Wait,
And also, nice to rescue my people, you know. That just conveniently happened and is great.
Right, like, ain't we supposed to, like, free all these people and stuff, you know? With the whole, like, magic card dilly-dally thing.
I mean, yeah. We'll free them. That's fine.
And in freeing them, we can, generally speaking, do Ted's plan for Kittyland. Though, we should probably speak to Irodina. Who we also... Oh man, she might be a little mad at what I just did. No, wait, she should be in the astral removed from time. Mort... Bard looks up at the sky.
Who's this Mort guy?
As you shout out Mort, a strange figure appears into the room. What? What do you want? I'm busy.
Wait, what?
What?
Does he just
Don't
leave,
worry.
or does he just hang out there?
Well, you guys are surrounded by four walls. I'm a very free person. Time shenanigans. Irodina in the library, or is she in the astral? Because
She's in the astral. She's in the library. Well, the
are
astral
we doing
library.
this? Wait, like, who's this guy? What's going on?
You're hallucinating vividly right now. Don't worry about it.
Like, everybody? At the same time?
That sounds good then. All right, thank you.
Yeah. He just seems to poof away again.
The moment when the
Lucy's
DM
sleeping
appears.
in the other room, accidentally summoning the DM.
Oh no.
Very confused.
Really fucking going wild right now.
Oh, I couldn't resist. Oh, it was so good.
So we can go to the Ashland and speak to Aerodina, and then I don't know. You guys need to rest though. You guys just did a whole thing, so maybe
fine.
we can keep a different room. Yeah, me and you are fine, but she needs to rest. Lucy needs to rest. Bart
I'm already
is,
sleeping.
That he needs. Oh, Lucy's already sleeping. Don't ask how I know that. It's a weird day.
Right, like, shouldn't we do like the whole like card snapping? Wait, Sin should do that because she said she'd do that, and like, there's a whole thing.
Card snappy comes after we have all of the drow under our control, not just most of them.
Right.
Wait, are we still planning to throw? Sorry,
what?
To overthrow this? What?
Technically, we already overthrew. We're already in charge, but you know we have to clean up the scraps. There's a couple of more cities we haven't fully, ensured that everything's clean.
As you mentioned
Right,
that,
and the whole slavery thing and like all that.
as you mentioned that, Bard, a servant comes in holding a message for you, and he hands it over.
Pick it up. What's it say?
That all Defiant cities have been burned. There is total unity in the Underdark.
Correction. We're
Holy shit.
we're all good. What did you guys do?
War crimes.
You also see a very small.
War crimes.
You also see a very small side note. That's just.
Gesture.
I hope you're doing well, and then just mom under it.
Oh no,
Oh,
the Geneva suggestion.
what? Repeat that.
canon
Did I
now.
hear that right?
Yeah, Mom.
Aw.
Love Mom.
Oh, I shot the center flowers. So yeah, actually, I think we just need to fit. Should we just go to the library and snap it?
Oh
You
wait,
can do that.
Right. We should do like a big event though, like in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And also, I got some stuff I gotta like burn and like huff. Remember the whole thing on the Sharkbait Island? Yeah, Natia gave me
Right.
more of that stuff.
So we need to do a couple of side tasks, and then we can do the card snappy thing.
Right, yeah. Well, we can do that after the card snappy thing. Yeah.
Right.
No, we should do it before, because we don't know exactly what's going to happen when we do the card snappy
snap.
thing.
Fair.
Is the official
Alright.
term of releasing my people.
Oh yes.
Well, I am fully on board with your idea. Whether or not they see us as gods and saviors, how much the matriarch respects us might vary. And she like vaguely recalls what they did in the dream.
Well,
So I think right now all we have is a favor.
Favors more than most people get, I'm guessing.
favor is
True.
more than no. There is no great opposition, and once we're free, I mean, it kind of ensures it all. Like once we hand them the promised thing, that should be the final nail in the coffin. And if not, maybe we have to have a little round two. I don't know what happened before, or what you guys did in the dreamscape. Is that what we did this time?
Yeah, Sin did recall the entire thing for you.
Oh, yeah. He's still confused. Like, something happened.
I'm thinking what will happen is that we'll get to the surface, we can call on her. Maybe we'll be able to call on her army. But I am not queen. We are respected as heroes at best. I would suggest you test the waters otherwise.
Do we want to ensure loyalty? Do we want to put on maybe a little display?
We'll see if it comes to that. We only need the army for Kittyland, right?
We do
Don't
have.
get me wrong, I do like the idea of Queen. But being away from Kittyland, being away from the Underdark or whatever we'll end up calling it, whatever they'll end up calling it, might raise issues. These are Drow. They will do what they want.
Are we just gonna call it the Overdark?
That is a possibility.
Nice.
We're also thinking the High Dark.
I mean, High Dark does work, right? Right. We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it.
We're workshopping it. We do have other possibilities and ideas and plans for dealing with snake if we don't want to possibly start a huge war. Boogie leans in and whispers to her plan C.
Yeah.
That will require a little bit of prep, though.
Right. Well, we'll go to Eridina then. Let's hash out all the preparations before we see what the tides hold.
Alright, shall we gather party? Well, I guess you guys should take your rest. We'll do it in the morning.
You must gather your party before proceeding. You must gather your party before proceeding. You must gather. You must.
Hey, you can lock me up. Boogie said jack shit. That's out of character. Yeah. Long rest.
I'm also gonna stay in the vicinity the whole night. Wanna pull some cards.
This is not gonna end well.
Fantastic.
Bard pulls out like half the deck he and Courage played with. But only
There's a
half the
credit-
deck.
There's a
Like-
credit card, some Uno cards,
Yeah, there's coasters, there's magic cards.
a
Shit.
Monopoly card
I
for
was
some
muted
reason.
this whole time. My fault. I have no idea what you guys have
My
missed. I
fuck.
am so sorry, Corvinus Raptor. I was moving stuff around here, so I turned my mic off.
How long?
I don't know. How long was I muted? What did you hear last? No, what? Well,
Not a stream.
yeah, well, the TLDR is they're getting a royal guard to protect them as they're getting arrested. Bard received a note from Mom that's like, good luck, and we burned all the cities that weren't really aligned with us.
Or be destroyed.
Oh, there's nothing left. They've completely turned those cities to ash.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not too worried about us not, if you not being queen. There's no opposition.
Well, that's fine. It's just this is probably just gonna be a once-off favor thing, though. And from there on, we'll just kind of be revered citizens. Or tolerated.
I'm used to tech goblins in stream. Yeah, all the tech goblins, dude. We had so much issues in the beginning. But at least it's over. But
Hey,
yeah,
it's
thanks
tech
for coming back,
gremlins.
Communist
Goblins are
Raptor.
people.
No, they're not! I will put all of your damn goblins in the goblin cannon.
Canadian
It's like the
raptor.
peasant railgun, but for goblins.
No. You're mistaken. You're thinking of the Kobold Cannon!
Fuck's sake.
Or the second most good or better Kobold Cannon!
Oh no.
Or the third bestest gooder Kobold Cannon!
Arthas teleports himself back to the palace in the Underdark, showing up in Bard's room holding a godstone. So what happened?
Wait, what?
So you're holding this large crystal that, Bard, you don't even have to turn on your sight. The sheer power from it is blinding.
Dude, take off my cloak and like try to wrap it around. Put it away.
I hide it behind my back. Like,
It's
Oh.
difficult. There's still this glow that seems to just be pushing through you. Like when you put a flashlight against your hand in the dark, and you can see the red light.
But it's through his ribcage?
It
That's
has
definitely not healthy.
Immense power.
Dude, that's giving you like cancer or something.
Where did you get that?
on a small adventure, you know how it is. Teleported here, I teleported there, spent 100 years in the astral refining some stuff, and here we go.
Oh shit. What's the astral doing?
It's alright, didn't see any disturbances.
Good to know.
I sense no
Send
disturbances in the
that
force.
vampire guy. Boogie.
What? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's resting up now. We're debating how to proceed with the next part of the plan.
Well, I was hoping this would help.
Oh, is that for the big teleportation thing?
Yeah.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to maybe go with Plan C? Because, as Sin pointed out, when we go back up to the surface, as everything is played out, she's not necessarily queen. We might hold sway, and we could maybe leverage a lot, but we aren't fully in charge.
Well, we could do either one. Either way, this should help.
Yes. First of all, everyone needs to take a nap and like rest up. And then I think we should discuss maybe the possibility of instead of attacking the whole city directly, doing some other things. And we also needed like talk to Aradina. And also I might just go we should talk to Aradina as well about a bunch of things.
We should do that before whatever we do with Kirilan. That's fine. No rush. Can take care of the serpent any day.
Oh, my mom just like totally conquered the whole rest of the Underdark while this was happening. She says hello. Can you take her some flowers?
How nice of her.
Yeah. Like some nice flowers.
Are there flowers growing in the Underdark?
No, that's why I need you to go get them.
Okay, poofs away, poofs right back with flowers. Will these do?
Are they black roses?
No shit. Be right back. Poofs away. Poofs right back. Are these the ones you meant?
Can you get the ones that have a really nice smell?
Damn, you're picky. Poofs away. Poofs right back.
Oh, come on. Perfect. Can you take the torches from the family compound?
The best I could get.
Hold on, let me, Mara takes out, he writes her like a little note of thank you and like explains like the great adventures he's been on and like, you know, like a son writing home to his mother from war and puts it, yeah, take it to her.
I have no idea where she is.
Family, go to our old. I would assume our family compound.
Ah, alright. Poofs away, gives it to her. Or
Barthas.
leaves it at her door. Rings the doorbell, and just poofs away.
Barthas, as you poof over to the
Yes.
compound,
Fantastic.
it's not what you remember. This old compound isn't really anything even close. Right now, it is a massive castle. And you poofed into a fairly sizable courtyard.
Okay. Do I notice anything around in the courtyard?
There are a crowd sort of looking at you in confusion. Servants going roundabout. One soldier seems to completely stop his practice and just turns towards you. Who are you? Where did you come from?
Delivery from the bard.
Oh,
Do you happen to know where his mother is?
yes. Through those doors. And he sort of points over to the main entrance.
Lovely. Poofs and poofs right back behind the doors.
It's very nice. It's very clear that the Bard's family has done very well this time.
Yay! Better time.
Whistles kind of quietly. Damn. Nice. This has improved
combo.
over the last however many years it's been.
Time.
I don't know, I just spent 100 years and came back like 5 minutes later. What is time anymore?
Oh boy.
When you're traveling through the astral sea, nothing.
Yeah. A servant does sort of jump as you suddenly appear and looks over. Sir, how can I help? Where did... How?
Never mind all of that. Delivery. From the bard to his mother.
Oh. Alright. Well,
Could you see that she gets these?
Yes, of course. He heads over to
Hands it
take
to
the
them?
flowers.
Hands the flowers over.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Poofs away.
Uh,
I'm not here for conversation. I was sent to deliver flowers.
this is a very... Alright. He just takes it away. Oh no. Okay.
As you. We,
No.
we should go.
What?
You first, Bod.
I was gonna say, as Barthas comes back to me. All right, I think we're good. We can rest up and everything properly with everyone tomorrow.
Okay.
Mhm. Do I have my own room? Because I've really got to take another nap.
Can we take a real life long rest?
Head this way, sir. Yeah, I'm trying to work my way there. Head this way, sir. One of the servants motions for you to follow.
I follow and go to sleep when I reach my room.
Okay. Yeah, it's
I accept his dreams.
oh no. This is
No, nice dreams. I give very nice dreams.
Oh,
Triamar is sort of nudging you a bit. Can't
I'm
keep
like-
giving them everything
Slap.
good.
Slap.
You gotta give
Get
them.
out to get the.
Casually slaps God.
Oh boy. But yeah.
Listen to like a slapping fight with the goddess of dreams.
Oh boy. Yeah. I hope that you all enjoyed episode 22 of Godsbreak, despite the technical difficulties. This was interesting. I hope that you guys enjoyed.
I think it went well.
we started a
Amazing
revolution, followed through, and used timeless shenanigans to undo the timeline and win the revolution.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. But yeah. Jeez, episode 22. It's still shocking. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope that you all had a fantastic time. I hope to see all of you next time. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow, but Thursday I should be streaming League. Oh, help me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
When?
streaming League every Thursday. Same time.
Oh, same time.
Yeah.
I am not at work then. Fuck yeah.
Oh, sweet. You can come and join in.
I'll watch some LOL. What lane you play?
Get DSR to join.
Yeah. I generally try to do top lane. Thanks
Awesome.
Thanks
I'm here for
for
it.
thanks for watching, Communist Raptor. I hope that you
Yeah,
enjoyed
thanks for
being
being
able
here,
to.
Communist Raptor.
Yes, I hope that you enjoyed being able to stick around for a full episode. But yeah, until Thursday, I hope that you all have a fantastic time, and I hope to see all of you again later. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.